This show is intended for adult audiences. You know, people with bills, backaches, responsibilities, and a functioning sense of humor. It contains strong language, stronger opinions, and the kind of jokes that might send the emotionally fragile into a full-blown meltdown. If you're easily offended, perpetually outraged, or think words are violence, this is your cue to clutch your pearls, grab a blankie, and sprint to your nearest safe space. Or, you know, just get in the sea. We won't miss you. For everyone else, buckle up and let's have some laughs.
Rated D for dickhead.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing.
Hello, you dirty little boys. Are you interested in my body?
I'm gonna come.
Nice tits.
A real set of badonkers, packing some Doban hunkeros.
The power of one, the power of two, the power of man.
What's going down, babes? Show me the loving.
Silence! You are too gay to be the doctor.
I'm wonderful, and I'm the most amazing person in the universe.
Exterminate!
These people are making a lot of money, print cash,
Well,
capitalism.
You're watching Will of the Fans. Let's fucking go.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Bad news.
Static in the system.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to WTF Live, and welcome back to Will of the Fans. My name's Will, you know what I do. There, so, yeah, sorry about yesterday. I didn't stream. I was gonna stream, and I was actually all set up to stream. I even completely redid my Streamlabs so I could stream direct from there. And then, you know, I was just in such a shitty mood. I really didn't think I'd be very entertaining. In fact, I'd most likely have had a huge meltdown. So I decided instead not to bother any of you with that. So we're just back today to talk about everything. Yeah, times are tough. It's been a rough one lately, so I was having some issues with tech and everything. It was all going wrong, and I just got angrier and angrier and angrier. No state to be streaming in, so I didn't. That's why we're back today. So hello, you haven't missed anything. We are going to talk about everything that's going on today, from the tech side of things, computer games, of course, as well as Hollywood bullshit, celebrity crap, and a little guy called The Quartering. And all the latest and not so greatest related to that and the Kino Casino Clips channel, and the ongoing drama that has consumed the internet to the point where this story is trending consistently now for days, higher than Iran. No, I don't know what to say about that, because personally, as far as I'm concerned, it's something I can help with rather than the Iran thing that I can't do anything about. So it is kind of nice to not feel the impotent rage of someone angry about people who are angry about a war that probably needed to happen, and probably not in the way it did. But hey, that's why I'm happy that this is still the hot topic. And we, of course, have had an entire Kino Casino episode in the time between the last we were online. So there's plenty of stuff going on right there. In other news, I have got new clips. A new clip anyway, a very particular new clip for the high rollers out there. So if anybody does actually drop a pink boy today, they're going to have a very, 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 very happy time. And I will be very happy too, because I need to hit the limit. So let's get into the show. Before we do all that, of course, let's get some intros. So, John, what's going on? I can't hear you. That's great. A minute ago I could hear you, and now I can't hear you at all. Wonderful. That's a good start to everything. I felt like there was something missing from the intro. It's interesting. Great start. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the shit show. Yeah! All right. Rhoda, you do you instead. You tell us.
Hold on. I'm here.
He's here. Oh, okay, he's back. All right, go on then.
I've managed to make it work. Yeah, I don't know what the issue is. It seems like whenever I come into EV Mux now, when the stream starts, I evidently have to reset my mic. I don't know. Maybe I just need to reset the PC. I haven't powered off really since I plugged it in and got it up and running a week or so, whatever ago, which is rare because normally I've been having to deal with computers that have to reboot like every 12 hours or so, or what the hell ever. So I guess maybe I'll just give that a shot, and hopefully that'll clear up this little technical issue I've been having the last few days and I keep putting off. Otherwise, I was up for like 30 hours from Sunday into Monday, and then pretty much decided I should probably catch up on taking care of some sleep that I didn't get to over the weekend. So I woke up last night, did a few tasks to get them out of the way for today, and then worked on a few more things. Actually went back to sleep and then woke up this morning, and I've been up for a couple hours. So I got my coffee, everything's good to go. I'm ready to roll, and once I figure out this little tech issue, I think for the most part everything should be good. So let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Indeed.
All right, Rhoda.
Yeah, I've been doing more of the same, but I've been trying to prepare my studio, like internally in the computer for making actual videos, which I'm like one step away from hitting record now, so I'm really excited about that. I'll be able to finally put some content out for people other than live streams. Don't get me wrong, I love doing live streams, but I know got to put some standalone stuff out there as well. So I've been beavering away at that. I love the word beaver. Yeah, I've got my like intro and outro idents done. I've got screen set up. Yeah, so that's something I will be doing either tomorrow morning or later this evening, depending on whether me and Sardoc do a Tomb Raider stream or not. Apart from that, my cat made me laugh because he just came screaming in through the cat flap, absolutely scared shitless, which I think because he met a bigger cat, which never happened with my old cat, because my old cat was the biggest cat on the block. So it's like I've not seen that. I have not seen that face since I was a child. So that was most amusing.
Right. My cat's a girl, so, and she's spayed, but she's well fed and raised on solid and wet cat food since like kittenhood. So she's bigger than all the female cats, but not as big as the boys. But she does scare off most of the dudes. There's only one cat that doesn't get scared off by her, and that's because he seems to be in love with her. So I scare him off. Practice for when my little girls grow up, you know.
Yeah.
But there we go. Yeah. Let's start with some topics then. Well, I don't necessarily want us to go straight diving into the whole quartering mess. I feel like we can give it an hour before we get into that, maybe. We should almost certainly cover some news first, get into that, and then we'll taper off to some more news towards the end. Because there's a lot of fucking quartering bullshit, and it's really hard to deal with. The only thing I do want to do before we get into the topics is cover this video that went up a little while ago, a couple of hours ago, from Warski of Kino Casino, with an update on what's generally going on. Because I haven't seen it yet, I'll be going in completely blind. So I definitely want to check that out. I don't think we've had any super chats yet or anything. No. In fact, there's fucking nobody here. So there's that. All right, well, there we go. Anyway, let's just get into it then. So, yeah, we got this one. I want to check it out because, of course, it's an ongoing thing. I don't know what's going on. I was hoping they'd have their channel back by now because, of course, we know for a fact, like, there were a couple of... Hello, Weeping Hero in the chat. Shout out to you, by the way. We know for a fact that there are very strange circumstances surrounding this particular situation with the quartering. Because, of course, we know that... I mean, I feel like, once again, and this is becoming a thing that I do, that is annoying me more than it's annoying anyone else anymore. I seem to get right to the fucking heart of issues way before anybody else does. And I think I just shouldn't. Because while everyone else is scrambling around, I'm like, well, it's obvious what happened here. So I start reacting to it like that. But whereas everyone else is going, oh, well, it's obvious that he didn't flag the channel. Yeah, but it was obvious he didn't flag the channel from day one. He used his contact like he said he would. And it feels like that's been the news cycle over the last 48 hours. And it's like, yeah, we knew that. We knew that on Friday. What are you talking about? Like, I was doing this, like, oh, God, it drove me nuts. So, yeah, that's why I've been getting a bit frustrated. So I'd like to see what has developed that I don't know about, because by all reckoning, what actually happened was a fucking call was made to YouTube. What's that? So yeah. A call was made to YouTube, and it was made with 30 minutes left of the Californian business hours before Google offices shut down for the day, for the weekend. So that the channel would get taken down and there'd be nothing anybody could do about it until Monday, right? Which is what another very, 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 very conspicuous piece of evidence that this was done by circumventing the actual system, right?
Right.
Which means it could happen to anyone at this point. It also means that YouTube has some explaining to do, because if this is something that can be done by certain channels, like you're big enough, you've got a contact, they'll just nuke a channel for you, well then the whole platform is compromised and we're all at massive risk.
Oh yeah. Well, I know that's been my speculation since it happened to Toasty. You know, not once but twice now. But
she got flagged, right? She got struck.
The first time the demonetization seemingly happened out of nowhere. You know, because she wasn't on she wasn't on strikes or anything like that. It went to that. And then the second time the same thing where it just kind of like came out of nowhere. So Mercanti, as I cannot say or not specifically, but she mentioned basically having contact as well. So yeah, I think that there are real world people there that actually do put their thumb on the scale for certain accounts. And that's my speculation, but
I wonder how fucking connected you have to be able to circumvent, even like visibly, the system. Everyone can see what happened to that channel. It just vanished. It's like, I always compare everything to One Piece, but it's a bit Thanos-y as well. But there's a bit in One Piece where like particular characters, this isn't in the more recent episodes, to give you an escalation or an idea of how badly this plot escalates or how greatly this plot escalates. There's a moment where like the true villain is kind of revealed, and at the moment that someone actually discovers his identity, or not his identity, or his existence, and flees to a particular island, that island is quickly wiped off the face of the earth by like magical nukes from the sky, and the official line is that place never existed. All right, so you can see them retconning history live as it happens in the story, which is obviously, by this point that for quite a long time that there's been like 100-year gap in history. So, it's that kind of thing. But to see it happen live, it's like, holy shit. We were watching this in real time. Like Hypno messaged me and goes, Kino Casino Clips has been taken down. And I went to it and it says this, and it had the right line saying this channel has been taken down for violations of the TOS, right? But then 5 minutes later, I went back to it to check it again, and it went 404.
Right. Well, I mean, it's weird how that stuff happens. It does happen in stages. I remember, what was it, a year and a half ago? Basically, when I first arrived here, the mystery of what happened to Dobby at the time was, the way that kind of went.
But his channel didn't get nuked, though, did it?
No, it didn't.
He just disappeared himself and went off and became a Tranoid.
Right. But even in the way that it reports the evidence, though, like, because at first it cleared out all the videos and then it did the channel beyond that.
I think that was him doing that himself, though. This is different. This is like you go to a channel and the channel doesn't exist because it's been taken down by the TOS. Then you refresh the page and the entire thing is 404. It's saying this channel never existed. Bad link. This channel has never existed. The account's gone. Like that's the level of power we've never seen flexed before in the whole of YouTube. No one's ever seen this happen before, ever. So it's real dark and Thanos-y. Especially, the idea that if someone, it's a bit Doctor Who-y as well, like when they have the crack in the wall, and if you get sucked into the crack, you disappear from time. But not only from time, you're forgotten by everyone. You never existed.
Right.
Right. The only thing here is that we all know. So I'm very curious to see what the update is from Warscale. But before I think
unfortunately, in some ways, we're already living in a dystopia, real-time censorship society that is taking shape, and it's going to lead to weird things where it'll be almost like Mandela effect, like memories of stuff that seemingly never existed, but it'll be on this digital level where they can just kind of take everything that's associated through metadata tags and things like that. It is a stark revelation of things that are going to become, unfortunately, probably more and more commonplace, unless we can find some way to actually kind of, have our voices heard as people being more resonant and actually important to the schemes and plotting of those who would like to just have a very, meticulously set up world of, how it all works and who you have to basically give your, affiliation to. Techno-feudalism.
Yep. There you go. Anyway, let's have a look at this.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Andy Warski here. I just finished an 11-hour show, so excuse me for looking super tired, but
I watched a lot of that show today before I fell asleep. It was fucking firing on all cylinders.
Received some news about the Clip channel that I want to share with you, an update before I pass out right now because I am very tired. It's like 9 in the morning right now or something. Anyway, 2 things before I give you the update. First thing, I want you all to know, the normies out there who don't know the full story are saying, but if they harassed his wife, they should be banned. We never harassed his wife. We criticized.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Wow. Yes, dude.
I guess that's Rosie. Holy fucking hell. Rosie. Holy shit. $99.99. Fucking hell. Well, there's the limit. 1 cent short. Can't stay, but wanted to send some support to offset the bad day you had yesterday, darling. You are absolutely a star, an absolute angel. Thank you so much. Yeah, Rosie unfortunately caught a little bit of me venting in the Discord yesterday. I've had a rough time lately, you know. I've been very passionate about what I do, and lately things have been starting to crumble a little bit. They've been like, the support's been falling off, the views have been falling off, stuff like that. A lot of stuff. I don't want to wank on about it too much because it's not your problem, it's my problem to fix. But, you know, when you're really passionate about something and then it just stops working for some reason, it can really frustrate the fuck out of you. So, Rosie, holy Jesus Christ, thank you so much for all of that. That is so appreciated. My God. I have a clip for anyone who drops more than 50, so I'm going to play it. I mean, you're a lady, so it probably won't work for you, but it works for some of us.
Let's go, style. Big spender lighting up the room. Made it rain, now we bloom. Champagne sliding down real slow. Eyes on you, stealing the show. Daddy, daddy, pull us in. Let it pour like a nice spin. You the fire, make it sting. Come closer, you're the king.
Celebrates.
Holy shit. Thank you so much. So much. Weeping Hero. Oh, ladies, if I knew I would have dropped sooner. Ah, yeah. Well, that is the way it works here. Yes, when we hit certain tier goals, we get ladies galore. Ladies galore.
Right.
There are ladies for everything from $5 to $10 to $20.
We are.
And when we hit the goal, we will now, having hit basically the goal, play a proper booby clip. But we have to wait until at least the first hour of the stream passes. Otherwise, we will get fucked by YouTube. So that will be still to come later on in the show. Thank you, Rosie. My goodness gracious me. Eagle Eye 6486, absolute star. I can't thank you enough.
Indeed.
Really,
yes.
Whole world to me. Thank you so much.
We are a feminine empowerment channel. You know, we appreciate the feminine form here.
We certainly do. We like to empower those ladies who take care of themselves by giving them even higher goals to aspire to. That's right. And if a bunch of your favorite video game characters and anime characters can't get together and spray champagne all over each other, then what the hell can you do, you know? So there we go. Yes, there are ladies for everything. There's a $5 lady. That would be Eve from Stellar Blade. There's $10 Yoko from Gurren Lagann. $20 is the Doban Honkaros. Oh yes. That would be Rangiku and other random schoolgirl with huge tits. And then of course for 50 we also have woman dressed in schoolgirl's outfit with huge tits. Excuse me. We're not in Japan right now. And also that clip there for anything 50 and above. I need to do a 100 one apparently. I didn't expect to get $100 like that today. Good God, a red boy. It's crazy. One more fucking clip. Let's go for it. Let's have this one.
Oh, these? My boobies? My massive fucking titties? My super stuffed up milkies? My hunger bonger doinky boinkies? My fucking fucking fabric stretching, wind flapping, gravity welling sex moans? You mean these super duper ultra hyper goddamn motherfucking...
Yeah, there you go. Weeping Hero says, I'm writing an original story focused on a young lady, brackets adults, close parentheses. I wonder how that goes when it's out. Well, I hope it works out well for you. I'm writing a story too. I've been writing it for 20 years and I'm about 70% done on the first book. But I'm trying to do some rewrites to it to make it a more self-contained story and less contingent on the greater story to be marketable. Which sucks because it means compromising my original vision, but hey, you know, whatever. It worked for Star Wars, so we'll do it. Yeah, so I'm working on that. That's actually about twin boys, twin warriors, teenagers. But there's a couple of girls in it. Not the girl in the second book is the one who grows up to be ridiculously hot. And, you know, crazy like jungle lady, so there you go. Yeah, write what you gotta write and have fun. Thank you guys. All right, let's crack on with this. I want to know what Warski's got to say. This is quite a long video, so we got to get through it.
Him, we make fun of him for the things that he does. He's a public figure. He's like any of us who can be criticized.
Yep.
But what he does is he brings in his wife into it constantly. He says her name. He talks about her. He says personal stories. He embarrasses her. He hits on other women. And we talk about it. We don't harass her. We disavow any harassment towards his wife.
Look, I guess this is as good a time to make a brief comment if anyone has to. If you put anything personal out on the internet, it's fair game for anyone to talk about.
Well, once it's public.
I've done it. I've made mention of my wife and my kids plenty of fucking times. I try to draw a line somewhere in that I don't talk negatively about any of them, except for maybe in little jokey, self-deprecating kind of ways. Sort of slice of life stuff that everyone can relate to. I don't talk about like our bedroom activities. I don't talk about like, you know, the anything like that. Let's just draw a line there. You know, exactly. See Hambly, I can do it. You can't. He talks about his wife's like. He's talked on the internet for the last 10, 15 years consistently about sex, bodily functions, and his relationship, cuckoldry, and all kinds of other shit like that. Swinging, his connections to the Nexium cult, everything like that. Shitting his pants in Walmart. This guy, there's nothing we don't know about this fucking guy except how the fuck he did this.
Right. Well, you know, I mean, internet streamers are by definition internet publications. That, you know, that public part is in there for a reason because that is a matter of public record. So yeah, once you go and, you know, it's
yes, anything I say right now is going out of my brain and into yours and the public's that are watching.
Right.
If I start talking about like what I get up to with my wife in the sack, you know, that's not that's something that someone knows about me that probably people shouldn't know about me. You know, so that's why I'm not.
Like, I mean, I know, like, I sometimes talk about my ex-missus, but like only like stuff like about the band that we had together or the amusing cultural differences between Brits and Finns.
Yeah.
You know,
no, I mean, you know,
I've never said anything private about her. I never would.
Yeah. I'm sure that, you know, some people might argue that I've overshared on my time doing this as content creator, but it's just one of those things where it's like this stuff's just part of me. So like if the other people bring it up, whatever, you know, that's why I've just kind of been open about certain aspects of my private details because I'm getting ahead of it because it's not anything that I'm really terribly concerned of. But you know what? If there was something that I was probably terribly concerned of, no one would probably ever know about it. So I wouldn't be mentioning it. You know?
Indeed.
So if you think that something's off limits, then you kind of have to be the one who stands at the gate of that.
Stories. We've told our share of personal stories. We've told like things I probably wouldn't have told now if I could sort of look back and be like, well, I probably shouldn't have told people about some of my wild adventures, you know. Well, it's out there now.
We were all young once.
Yeah, of course. Everyone's done this kind of shit. Anyway, if you say it, it's public domain. If somebody chooses to make a video about it and shit on me, I can't really have a go at them for anything other than, hey, fuck off, man. Get a life. Talk about something else, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I guess, you know, fair's fair. It'd be my fuck up. You know, I made the bed. I got to lie in it. And I would like to think that I'm a mature enough adult to be able to fucking face that and just live with it. Quartering isn't. Quartering can't live in reality. Quartering has managed to convince himself that, and there's so many clips, by the way, that have come out over the weekend of him criticizing Jarbo, criticizing Hollywood actors, anyone who ever flagged anything ever and took the voice away from a YouTuber. And he was always there, freedom fighter Jer. And now he's committed the most, like, high profile, the most baffling and brutally unfair case of fucking censorship that I think I've ever seen. This is Jarbo times 2, at least.
Unbridled flaggatry.
Total flaggatry. Exactly, yes. Exactly right, yes. Sit under the flaggatry and learn from Jer. Anyway.
That's ridiculous. And a lot of people thought we were doing that, and that's not the case.
Right, so a lot of people have, unfortunately, because of the quartering and his relative reach compared to Kino Casino, which, by the way, is why there are hundreds of us using all our reach combined to reach as many people as we fucking can and spread the actual true narrative here. Whereas quartering's like, they're harassing my wife. I don't believe that his wife has suffered an instant for this. I don't believe that anything has actually happened to the quartering. And like, as always, as the quartering himself said, in all these cases, show the fucking receipts. I say that. Quartering has been saying it for longer. I'll give him that. But it's still
part of me. I kind of want someone to make a spoof of sorts of Melanie Mack calling out people as she does. Maybe I'll get Toasty to do it. See if she's got the appropriate wig. But a flaggatry post, you know, flag it. Yeah, just as yeah, right.
He's saying it in like that Melanie way as well. So
right.
Flag it like that, you know. Anyway, because she's got the most annoying voice. Like, yes, I do think you're a pervert. Like, oh my god, flag it. You know, oh my god, will you just? Maybe I'll fucking do it. Give me a red wig, somebody.
Right.
I'll just sit there, put some fucking eyeliner on.
Just sit out in your car and like, you know,
put on a choker and sit in my car and go, flag it! Like that, you know? Anyway, there we go. Yeah, let's see. $500 and I'll do it. There we go. All right, let's go.
Secondly, my channel, Andy Worski, was unbanned like months ago, almost a year ago, okay? And we were banned on the Clip channel for circumventing, aka ban evading.
So this is the court saying they ban evaded.
But I wasn't banned. However, the day we were banned, it was 30 minutes before the YouTube offices closed. Very funny. And then he threatened to call his point of interest, or point of contact rather, at YouTube.
Worski's no wordsmith, but he does make his points.
Yeah.
Well, what happened? My channel, Worski, that hadn't posted in 5 years, there was no strikes or anything.
Do you know about this? Right, so the channel got reinstated around 6-7 months ago. For whatever it had been banned for before. It was reinstated as part of a wave of channels coming back.
Yeah, because they'd made a point about how they had made some errors during some COVID hell world era decision.
A lot of people got their channels back, right?
Yeah.
So Worski got his back, hasn't posted a single thing to it since. Right? Not a single bit of activity on this fucking channel, and then he gets banned again.
Right. So,
bullshit.
Yeah. Which is the whole thing too. Like, even if you have a dormant channel, you know, the fact that they could just on someone's referral based on who they are, can just go in and just be like, well, this checks out. Well, we'll just authorize that, and
that is what it looks like. Yeah. It's nuking a channel from orbit.
Preferential
without
treatment
any
being given.
And you think to yourself, well, look how big some of these other channels are. Bigger than the quartering. Like, you know, not PewDiePie level, you know, 110 million subscribers is ridiculous. But channels with 5, 10, 15 million subs, and people rip on them all the time. Could they turn around and just nuke all of us?
Right. It really just kind of shows you, reveals the whole concept of, I mean, it's a long, you know, a very age-old bit of wisdom, but the golden rule: he who has the gold makes the rules, and that seems to be very much how we are operating in this
I thought the golden
dystopian
rule was do
present
unto
hellscape.
others.
Right? You think,
Love thy
but
neighbor,
we live in a world full of oligarchs, so I guess the everything's shifted.
Oh well.
Was just taken down off of YouTube, banned. 5 minutes later, the clip channel was banned for ban evasion. That's ridiculous, and that's completely unfair. I want to bring that up because it's very important to this update, where our manager, who I don't think is a higher up manager anyway, because we only had 60,000 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure it was just one of like the entry level managers, where there's like tiers to this thing, right?
Yep.
Well, it's really small here, but I'll try to read it. We understand that you may want to know more about the specific info, but to ensure we maintain a healthy ecosystem and due to the policies we've implemented to avoid circumvention, we're unable to provide the specifics for this matter. If YouTube terminates your channel, you are prohibited from using, possessing, or creating any other YouTube channels. Again, I was not banned on YouTube.
Yeah.
Jeremy threatened, called, and got
bad.
me taken down and the clip channel down with no...
That sounds really bad. That sounds like their manager is some low-level grunt who has basically no fucking power whatsoever.
Yep.
It sounds like they're giving them the usual spiel. I mean, we've all at some point run afoul of a tech company and attempted to complain about the system and find out a little bit more about how it actually works. Whatever system it is of whatever website or whatever product. Right. And then you'll get the standard response, which begins to sound almost like it's actually trying to answer your query. Almost sounds like it's trying to answer your query. We understand that you are wondering if we can give you some more information regarding blah, blah. And then they proceed to give you the standard boilerplate response.
Right.
As if you'd not asked any specific questions whatsoever. That is complete and total fucking evasion. They are trying their hardest not to do anything about. Well, fuck.
Oh yeah,
that.
it's gaslighting in fucking digital form,
Well, it's like a canvasser knocks on your door, and you ask them a question, and they hand you a leaflet.
Yeah.
It's all in there. Clearly,
it is. Yeah. It is like that. It's like they hand you a leaflet and then you open it and you read the first page and you say, "What does this mean?" And then they just close the leaflet back to the cover,
right,
and open it again. Yeah. Like the answers are all inside. Well, yeah, but what if I have a question about what's inside?
Well, as time goes by too, I think that this episode is more of the interesting revelation. Rather than just this anecdotal kind of instance of it, it does expose what's actually at play here, which is this whole idea of preferential treatment for channels based on, I guess, size and other factors that they just get to choose arbitrarily as, manager level modding accounts, or I guess, what do they call them?
Yeah, obviously Quartering's got someone relatively high up. Yeah, and when I say relatively, I mean obviously very high up. Whereas most other people with between
someone who approves things rather than someone who needs to get them approved
are probably just going to have some normal guy. Maybe 200, 300,000 sub channels will be able to do better than that, but you don't really know. You don't really know.
Right.
It's very annoying.
It's classist.
Huh?
It's a classist system,
Yes. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course it is.
Yeah, completely feudal.
Yeah. It's fucked. Anyway, let's crack on.
Strikes, and unfortunately, our manager could not escalate it anymore because she's not at that level. I know a lot of bigger YouTubers are going to talk to their managers and sort of like check out this whole situation. So we do hope that, I'm not holding my breath, it's YouTube, but we hope that this gets, fixed, because it's not fair. Jeremy obviously is the only man on the internet that you can't criticize. He'll put his wife as a meat shield in front of him and go, "Oh, it's harassment. No, Jeremy, you're not God. You can't not be criticized. Okay? I wanted to just say that. We're all open for criticism here. Okay, so also just to let you all know, Ashton, he had this planned like a month ago or 2 months ago, and he had a pre-planned trip that's a unrefundable ticket, non-refundable ticket.
So they're basically not going to be back for a week?
To a vacation with his family. And, you know, he felt bad. He was saying at the end of the show here that he felt bad. And he was thinking about not going because of all this, you know, big situation happened. We couldn't predict this would happen before the vacation, but it's happened. He thought about not going, but we're like, just go. Obviously, like, relax, have fun. You know, it's been a stressful last 2 weeks for us here, or last week and a half.
Situation and
So
still be here when you get
during
back.
this time, this week off, me and Flake. Well, Flake is opening up a Patreon. Our editor, he's opening up a Patreon, and I'm going to be helping him. We have about 200 of the Clip channel videos. We'll be uploading those there. We'll be uploading the full episodes there, and we'll let you know when that's out. And if you want to support that, it will keep his bills paid and his family fed.
That's good.
Because Jeremy did take away this man's income.
See, that's the Christian thing to do.
Respect.
Yeah,
He
helping
works
others.
really hard.
You know?
He censors everything to the T. He makes like triple sure that TOS is not broken. And this is unfair.
I mean, this guy. I mean, I would of course immediately take a job doing that job. I wouldn't want to take his job, but would I ever consider being the editor for like Kino Casino or a show like that? Fuck yes, in a heartbeat. That would be hilarious because I watch the show anyway. So yeah, all I'd have to do is pause occasionally and go bleep, basically, and then cut out the shite, you know. But basically, that's a lot of work. You've got like 6 hour fucking dumps sometimes that you've got to go through and edit the fuck out of.
It is a legitimate job at that level, yeah.
Yeah, every utterance of an F slur or R slur, you know, the guy actually probably over censors to ensure, like they don't even allow retard,
right?
Which you can say on YouTube. You won't exactly get promoted for saying it, but you can say it, you know. But he makes sure that they never get caught saying that. Like, I think in one time in all of the time that I've been watching that YouTube channel, I heard like a mistaken slip where the re part was actually included in it. You know, the guy runs a tight ship. He he's taking this show that's not safe for YouTube and making it safe for YouTube every day. That's a fucking job. That is hard work, and I have mad respect to the guy for doing it.
Yeah, absolutely professional.
Yeah, and he did not deserve to lose his livelihood, especially when what he is producing is in fact like the fucking thing, you know, like the YouTube friendly version, of this amazing show that everyone loves.
It also just exposes the hypocrisy of the whole thing, of where it's like, oh well, you guys did this by bringing people that aren't part of this in a public capacity into it, and that's about, you know, like, how dare you? That's just completely abhorrent behavior, and yet you go after a guy who, by all accounts, nobody really even is aware of. You know, even Jur himself, assuming that this is somebody
he thought
who
it was them.
Yeah. So I mean, like, he just indiscriminately just you know, it was just a drive-by flagging, you know, and if someone got shot in the crossfire, oh well, that's just collateral damage that he's not worried about. You know, when his whole complaint is, my wife is taking collateral damage from this.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself, man.
Yep. Fuck yourself in hell, Jeremy. But there you go. Anyway, let's carry on.
It's a grudge against Jeremy, who thinks you can never make fun of him. Jeremy has also flagged more people tonight. I was retweeting it earlier. People yesterday. And I believe he will be...
that's where we're going to go in the middle of this stream. We're going to take a look at some of the extra flagging that's happened over the weekend. There's been a lot of it. And it's not only been Jeremy. It seems to have galvanized people. Some that I used to like, some that I used to watch, who have taken it upon themselves to start flagging stuff. Well, goodbye. It was nice knowing you. Unsub.
Still flagging people and melting down. So it's going to be tough. Again, luckily there's, the news is spreading and some big YouTubers are talking to their managers. So I hope it's rectified. But we're doing this Patreon thing during this week off to have a safety net for Flaked. We're not going to abandon.
Hey, man, Patreon's good. I've got a Patreon. Hey, hit the Patreon. It really helps.
The guy. And then we're going to probably start uploading on Rumble and all that stuff. And we're going to figure out more the closer we are to coming back and maybe hearing some more news and seeing what's up. I know Legal Mindset just posted a video. I'm going to watch it now. I didn't see it yet because I was doing the show, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
About the legal possibilities and all this stuff. And we're talking about that as well. So, that's the update there. I'm going to let you all know that because, I think it's important before we take this week off. Okay? I'll let you all know what's up. Even while we're off here for a week, I'll update you all. I'll tweet often. And I'll make videos like this if need be, if it's like a bigger thing to explain. Guys, thank you for the big support. We love you all. Seriously, we're glad we can make you all happy and entertained. And we hope to receive the channel back for all the videos to be there that you love. And Jeremy, he's going to get his comeuppance for this because it's not fair. It's not fair for us, and it's not fair for all these other creators. And now it's creating sort of like this air of everyone's gonna flag each other, and it's not cool. So we have to nip this in the bud right now. Love you all, and see you all later. Peace.
Yeah. In a weird way, the them being able to take this break for a week is actually, I think, serendipitous because it's almost like when you're cooking, and sometimes you have to let things just kind of reduce, or well, not reduce, but take it off the simmer and just kind of let it congeal. And this gives them time to kind of just see what the reaction is from the various flaggots out there, and the cause of it himself actually being the one who is going to be reacting and kind of digging an even deeper hole, as it seems, with each day that goes by.
Surely at some point when YouTube work out what's going on, he's going to get done for false flagging.
Well, that's the thing. That's a good question, isn't it? Is there anything in the TOS against false flagging? Because I genuinely can't remember. There should be. It's much the same as we say a woman who fakes a case of assault, for example, a particular sexual kind of assault, should probably get the exact fucking sentence that the guy would have got. If she can't prove it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I mean, there's ways that will go wrong too, certainly. And I certainly don't think that any woman who has been through that should ever have to go through that. Or any woman that could, or any woman ever in the whole world should ever have to go through that. It's not the 1500s anymore. It's not the 13 or 12 or 11 or 1000s anymore. That kind of behavior is fucking disgusting. It shouldn't happen. You should not ever do that. We're not animals. I mean, we are animals, but we're not animals. We're supposed to be better than that. We're supposed to be civilized. And that is probably one of the worst things that can happen to a poor lady. In fact, it is the worst thing that can happen. It's probably worse than death for many of them. But if you turn around and say that somebody did that and they didn't, then fuck you, go to prison. And if you turn around and say somebody broke the terms of service, they deserve to lose their livelihood, then fuck you, lose your livelihood. It should be a bet.
Right.
Are you willing to bet your fucking channel and your livelihood?
Right. Well, it's like the whole concept of... Right. Well, it's like the whole concept of the word testify. Comes from back, the origins of that, where you literally had to put your testicles on your statement. And then if you were found to be bearing false witness, then you would be, you'd be castrated.
I believe you, but that's the first time I've heard it.
Romans swore oaths by holding their testicles to symbolize truthfulness, strength, or to bear witness to their virility.
Yeah.
Biblical context: place a hand under the thigh while swearing an oath.
Swearing your guts.
You know what? I didn't read it like that, but now you
no,
said
it makes
that.
sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
It follows. It follows.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I swear on my honor
we're-
as a man, and you know, if I don't have my
there's-
honor as a man, then I don't have my manlyhood. You know.
How the fuck, right? How the fuck did we know, as men, and I suppose they had eunuchs back then? How did we know, as creatures of higher brain functions, that our testicles were so very, very, very important? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, right. Well, it's
I know
crazy
this
when you
sounds
actually
like-
start.
This might sound like a really strange question to ask as a man. Maybe it's instinct. You just, because they hurt when they get hurt and stuff like that a lot more than most other
Well,
parts of the body.
I think it's the very same thing. It's a.
How do we know that that's the all-important baby-making zone? Like,
It's genetic information. It's genetic information.
don't
It's genetic
know that.
memory. It's
people 2,000 years ago, how did they know
how
that a man with no balls couldn't make babies?
Well, it goes even
how do we
deeper
know
than
which
that.
part of a woman to stick it in to make babies?
When you look into
it's biological. It's biological programming.
I guess it's
Right.
just from barbarism, cutting them off and finding out, I guess that guy doesn't make babies anymore.
Well, when you look back at anthropological historical records, the more they research into it, a lot of the first things that were ever worshipped in our societies, outside of the sun and the moon, was
virility.
testicle. It was virility. So yeah,
So
when you look at an
how-
obelisk,
well, I mean,
an
is without-
obelisk
without
is a
any
penis.
Yeah,
you
there
know?
must have been. Of course, everything's dicks and balls and stuff. And
Yeah,
boobs.
everything. Yeah, everything's tits and dicks, and
Yeah,
like
everything is.
yeah.
Silos are tits and monuments are dicks. We all know this. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the point is, I suppose, you can kind of feel your balls draining at the moment when it happens. Yeah, I suppose.
Well, that's
there's
also
that.
why a
In your
climax.
taint, you feel it in your taint as well.
Yeah,
as
the little
everything else,
death.
Yeah.
When you orgasm,
Yeah.
because it's.
I suppose it's just an animalistic sense that. Yeah. Maybe
Well, it's the
I'm
thing that
just
makes you a
skeptic.
man,
And maybe I'm
because
just a
we
skeptic
live
and
in
it
a
sounds-
binary reality in terms of sexes, and so that's the whole thing. Like you mentioned, the eunuchs and whatnot, they were a subclass. So if you were a man, of honor, you had
balls.
Yeah,
You were allowed to
be-
breed.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm
the
not saying
sage-like
it's not-
advice is
I'm
Shin
not
Chan. To
saying
be a
it's
man,
not
you must have honor,
interwoven.
and a penis.
I was never saying that like it's not interwoven throughout history, and it's not like something we would have realized about ourselves in our animalism as well, in our earlier evolved forms. But it's just the fact that we built culture around it, and it's just interesting. So yeah, I guess put your hand on your testicles. It makes sense that there'd be no reason to ever have to even discuss it, but it's just funny to me that as a person living in 2026, that like without a science book, no one needed to be told. Like this is where your sperm is.
Indeed.
Like kids these days, it's like, what are these, Daddy? It's like, oh, I'll tell you when you're older.
Yeah. Well,
You know what I mean?
despite all our modern trappings, we are still, cavemen with high-end technology. So, we still have very
Exceptionally high
esoteric, intelligence that's just as
UF Omega with the comment of the fucking night, by the way. I was thinking it as I was reading it. That meme has never left me. The other day, 3 days ago, my wife was sitting at the dining table. We were talking about something, and for whatever reason, I explained something to her through the lens of the Roman Empire, and I was like, yeah, well, there I go again. And he's like, can Chekhov have you thought about the Roman Empire today? Yeah, that meme was brilliant. I couldn't believe, like 2 or 3 years ago. Do you remember this meme, Rhoda?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see it still all the time.
Men think of the Roman Empire at least once a day.
Yeah.
On average, yeah.
It's kind of like
Maybe there are
how
days when
I
don't.
tell people you're a fan of David Bowie, whether or not you're a fan of David Bowie directly, you're still a fan of the people that he influenced, and so yeah, that's the Roman Empire.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I say about like jazz music And for that matter, what I say about the romantic period of classical music, almost everything that came out of that modern pop music came from that period of or just the sort of the general Renaissance, Baroque, and romantic periods of classical music. So if you like your chords, if you like playing chords on a piano, you owe that to the Renaissance and Baroque and romantic periods of classical music. So I say the same thing. But yeah, have you thought about the Roman Empire today? Yes, I have. I thought about their testicles. Normally it's the shields and the helmets and the swords and the orgies and stuff like that we think about.
Brass tacks here.
Yeah. But let's get down to brass tacks. How did they know their testicles were so important? Well, because they're human. That's the answer. All right. Thank you, everybody. It's a little embarrassing to have even asked that question, but it seemed like something that, like, when I first asked it, I was like, well, yeah, it's a reasonable question. Like, they didn't have science labs or sex education. Oh, yeah, they didn't need them. So there you go. All right, let's get into some celebrity cringe then. We've got Lena Dunham here. Whoever that is. I feel like I used to know that name.
I was about to say who that.
Yeah, I used to know that name from something. What I definitely do know is that she fat. She really, really fat. Like, she fat. It's almost the perfect name for a woman who looks like this, by the way. Dunham. Dunham, 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 Dunham.
The way she makes me get on a trampoline.
Yeah, exactly. Done. Anyway, she decided she was going to get all up in arms about Adam Driver. She says he was verbally aggressive on the set of Girls, hurled me around during first sex scene.
Is perhaps the director told him to do that?
I mean,
although I don't see how he lifted you, love.
What? Yeah, he.
Hello.
Sorry, my mic cut out.
That's all right.
Still need to remove myself. But yeah, no. Leanna Dunham's from the show Girls that was on HBO at one point in time.
Yeah.
With Adam Driver. So.
Yes, and she complained about him hurling her around during the first sex scene and threw a chair at the wall next to her in rehearsal. And says, she said, things got off to a rocky start during the first season, with Dunham claiming her careful blocking went out the window when he hurled me this way and that during the first sex scene. You should be so lucky.
So did he work out shitloads before that? Because I couldn't hurl that.
I mean, I don't know. I know we lost half our audience.
He seemed to go from more of a spindly, pasty white dude to more kind of beefed up.
He got a bit jacked for Last Jedi, didn't he?
Yeah,
because that was the whole point, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like he was decent shape at the start of all that series, but he wasn't like But yeah, he wasn't like.
These are quick fire topics anyway. By the way, just to make sure that we are. If this ain't floating your boat, by the way, chat, just stick around. We'll be like 5 minutes on this. Stunned, I couldn't speak for a moment, unsure of what had happened. Had I lost directorial authority? Was she directing this then? I guess so.
Yeah,
Allowed
that
the
was the
scene to
thing.
go off the
She
rails,
was the
not giving proper
writer-director, feminist manifesto kind of insanity of what that show Girls was
Adam,
girls get it done.
Adam, what are you doing, man? Driver, what are you doing? Just go and beat up Papa Asediu and get the fucking role of Snape, okay? It's the role you were born to play, buddy. Stunned, I couldn't speak for a moment, unsure what happened. I lost directorial authority, allowed the scene to go off the rails, not given proper instructions. Would I be removed from my command post immediately? Always worried about power, these women, aren't they? It wasn't that I felt violated, and also wouldn't know if I had, as there was little in my sexual life that I hadn't allowed to happen, and for no pay.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you're such a sexual control freak that you are literally blocking and directing scenes where you're going to have a sex scene.
Right. Totally not
I
a power
felt that something
fantasy.
intimate, confusing, and primal had played out in a scenario I was meant to control. To be quite honest, love, women are not supposed to control sex. I'm sorry, okay? Women control everything about sex up until the moment of penetration.
I think the levels of degeneracy that have kind of
That's why.
manifested over
That's
the
why
course of
women control everything about
Yeah.
sex up to the moment of penetration, right? That's the point, isn't it? That women control everything else, and then when you're in, that's them going, "All right, wreck me." You know? Isn't that like that's how I've conducted myself for 32 years or whatever? No, I'm 40. 25 years.
Right,
yeah,
but
and it's
you
never
have to
gone
remember
me
though,
wrong.
Leanna Dunham is a feminist, and feminism is nothing more than
She's
a
a brick
misandrist.
shithouse, man. Like, what can
Right,
he do
right,
to her?
right. But
Even from inside, what can he do to her?
right, but feminism itself is a misandrist, power fantasy based
Yeah.
on penis envy.
Of course it is. Yes,
Yeah.
entirely based on penis envy, yeah. But this is bonkers. At the end of the day, you don't control what actually happens once you say yes. I mean, in some cases, the man is open to that, yeah. And yeah, most of the time, the woman has obviously the agency to say, like, no, don't do that. Okay, all right, what would you prefer? You know, so, something like that. But then it's kind of, once you're in the zone and everyone's having a good time, then it's man time.
Yeah, and
It's the man's
just
job to make sure you have a good time.
speaking at it from a production level, the words on the page are not what it gets translated in the time of filming.
I always
100%.
considered myself such a modern, guy when it came to this kind of thing. I was always very much like, let's make it good for her.
Right.
That was always my philosophy. Ever since I was a teen, I was like, right, so making it good for them. That's how you make it good for everybody ever.
Right.
I understand.
But even
what's wrong with understanding that? Yeah, you're supposed to control the scene.
Right.
But if he wants to go method, and which Adam Driver is, by the way, he's that kind of guy. He follows the kind of Brando kind of style of acting. He gets into character. He gets all intense. He gets worked up and all that stuff. And if he's supposed to be playing a guy who's very sexually aggressive at this moment, then you have to just fucking let the actor have his process and trust him as a director. Much of directing, and I know this, and I'm not saying that I'm fucking Scorsese or anything, but I've directed like 4 movies, right? One or two that I wrote, and one that I didn't, and then another that was like collaboration. Me and my friend co-directed because we were both the leads in it. So when I was in the scene, he was directing, and blah 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 blah. Or rather, he was the cinematographer, and I was the director. And you have to relinquish control to your actors and understand that they know how to interpret what you've written. And if they don't do it, you can still say, well, that wasn't what I wanted. But then maybe they'll do something better,
Right. Well, that's kind of that's kind of within this specific situation to view it through.
Right.
If you want your fiction to be immersive and more like a slice of life kind of reality, then you kind of have to have a little bit of flex within the filming of certain things so people can have natural elements. And a chair flying, kind of maybe a little bit dangerous, but I'm pretty sure that if you're doing that, you're probably still trying to do it in as controlled a fashion as possible. But it's one of the things that you
have people around to do that. This is why it's not a good idea to direct and act. I've done it, and it's very difficult because on a small budget, it's very difficult. On a budget, like I did it was almost impossible. But we did okay. Some of the shots were not what I wanted at the end of the day. But hey, I can always bring them back with AI now, I suppose, if I really care that much. But the bottom line is, fuck's sake, man. Fuck's sake. What are you doing? You're directing yourself getting fucked, right? And the guy wanted to take over and make it sexy. She says, as NPC person points out, she says while reading Minotaur Milking Farm. Yeah, there's something seriously wrong with women these days. That's the literature they're reading, and yet they don't want to get wrecked by a real man.
Right.
But isn't that the point? Like, my friend, I had a good friend back in England, and she used to say, sometimes as a woman, and she used to say this quite often, you just want a really dirty grunter.
Mm-hmm.
You just want a right dirty grunter. That's what she said. Yeah. She was married to a guy, you know. The two of them were wonderfully in love and still are. And they did all kinds of stuff. They told me all kinds of fucked up stories about the stuff they got up to. Losing bits and pieces inside. Never mind, you know. But that's their personal business. But she said that, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. This coincides with everything every woman has ever told me. And that's when I came up with the exact philosophy I was saying a minute ago. Like, women control everything up to, or at least in an obvious, normal, civilized society, women control everything about the sexual act until the moment it actually begins.
Right. Well, you know, just
for their safety, that's the best way for it to be.
Right.
You know?
But,
and then
you know, like,
it's on, and she said, yeah, she's consented, and everyone's happy, and it's in. All bets are off, baby. You know.
Right. Well, it's interesting though too, because you know, like the subjectivity of this. You know, you are an actor in the scene and the director, and so that means that at some point in time, you kind of have to compartmentalize certain aspects of how you're going through it. And seeing as how was that the scene that made it to the final production?
I don't know. I don't watch this shit.
Right. But it had it been, then that means on some level, at some point in time, she said, did it enhance the scene? Did it actually make it better? And she went with it. And now years later, you know, only goes and says, oh, well, you know, it's like, if it made the scene better, you know, than what had been written, and it was one of the things that you gained a lot of your success off of and managed to still have part of the reason you even have a career today, maybe, just maybe, you know, it wasn't a bad thing to actually trust the person in the moment. And now only years later are you sitting here trying to, you know, second guess it because someone asked you a question, you know, so you can feel as though you're still doing your part. Because this woman's been highly irrelevant since that.
Wait a minute. So
since that series.
This guy, Adam Driver, played this guy from 2012 to 2017. Her toxic on again, off again boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right. And she looked like that. There's no way a guy would be on again.
Yeah.
I mean, with that kind of chick, you're on once and you never tell anyone ever.
Well, unless, of course, that person has the ability to, you know, hold you to a fictional standard, you know, because they're directing.
Or she has some trick up her sleeve that no other woman knows that it just really works for you. Then I can understand it, but otherwise,
yeah, she looked like she looks like a train wreck now, even worse.
Kind of like a train.
Yeah,
like
even worse.
Even
more so these days, years later, but even back then, yeah, it was nothing. But she's probably put on another 50, 60 pounds since the days that went
she is
by,
a
if not more.
feminist.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking, you know, she does kind of look like Thomas the Tank Engine. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
She's a little moon-faced, yep.
Yeah. She's got the eyebrows. Yeah. I can see it. Anyway, whatever. I don't care about this. The point was just to laugh at her. Like, you wanted him to be toxic and throw you around and be a nasty piece of work, right?
So he did the job.
Apparently he hurled a chair at the wall next to her. Doing a fight scene, and how scary it was to meet someone so totally present with such absence late one night as the way that she's just wank. Finally, I'm screamed, fucking say something, and hurled a chair. Wake the fuck up. He told me I'm sick of watching you just stare. He's in character.
Mm-hmm.
He's in character. Have you ever seen? Have you met?
Acting.
Yeah, he's extremely committed to the role.
Yeah.
He's trying to get a rise out of you to get a better take.
Yeah. And actually, now as I sit here and think about it, I can't remember her name. The one short chick who's either way, one of the actresses on the show. I kind of thought, I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. She's in there, like, and so I actually know the scene that is being referred to because I actually watched it all that time ago, and it's just it made it to air. So clearly, when
it clearly wasn't that big an issue, was it? And you made a lot of money off that show for 5 seasons, so fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, next topic. Hollywood stars and creatives are signing a letter opposing the fucking Paramount WB merger. Are we still on this? Are we still going on about this fucking inevitable purchase that has happened already, basically? What the fuck? The end of the bidding war between Paramount and Netflix for the control of the Warner Brothers brought relief to many industry observers. Though the deal still faces regulatory approval, it will get through that because it has the president on its side. If completed as planned, the deal would mark one of Hollywood's most significant moments. On Monday morning, more than 1,000 film and television stars and creatives signed an open letter opposing it. Who's in the letter? Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Among the stars are Ben Stiller, Kristen Stewart, and Joaquin Phoenix. I'm really starting to dislike you again, Joaquin. You won me over with Joker 1, but you were in Joker 2. We are deeply concerned by the indications of support for this merger and prioritize the interests of a small group of powerful stakeholders over the broader public good. You mean just like Hollywood? What is Hollywood if not a small group of powerful stakeholders having power over the broader public good? That's what it's been for 100 years.
Right. Or perhaps it would be more revealing if they actually just said what it really means. The greater good. And the greater good is... Yeah, exactly. Right?
I'm pretty sure I read... I can't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure I read something else earlier about Ben Stiller doing something stupid.
Almost no days go by. Actually, no. Let's be fair. Once a week, I see some ridiculous story about Ben Stiller. He's always opposing something. He's a giant, bundle of meat / sticks.
Yes.
He.
I've got the faggot king here.
I couldn't. It's too much. I have to sub. Hey, what's that we got? Hey, I've got sound now, playing little sounds on my what do you call it? Streamlabs now when people super chat, so I'm aware of it.
Right. Yeah.
So you don't hear it, but I hear it in my ear. If I was on Streamlabs straight out public right now without StreamYard in the middle, then you'd be able to hear it as well. But Mr. Sideoff for £2, what am I fucking doing? Says all for the greater good. The greater good.
£2 Would you like to buy it?
Would you like to buy it for $400 Yes, I did.
Right.
For several $pounds, $2. Thank you very much, Sideoff. The greater good.
Indeed.
Yeah, we are definitely going to do Hot Fuzz first. That's locked in. There's no way around it. We're doing Hot Fuzz to kick off movie mania for probably the rest of the year. Until Harry Potter comes out. That's what we're doing. Mixing it up. All right, we're deeply concerned by indications of the support for the merger that prioritize the interests of small group of powerful stakeholders over the broader greater good. The greater good. The integrity, independence, and diversity of our industry would be grievously compromised. Well, you still got Netflix, you massive flags. Competition is essential for the healthy economy and a healthy democracy. So is thoughtful regulation and enforcement. It's all for the greater good. The greater good. Blah, blah, blah. Do you think this will make a difference?
No.
No.
Sorry, were you hoping for something more in depth than that?
No, I wasn't. This is a quick fire topic. Fuck that. All right, Gina Carano's back, commenting on her Disney cancellation. She says she was positioned to become a key player in Star Wars before a cancellation from Disney. In her recent interview ahead of her first MMA fight in 17 years, by the way. please,
Whoa.
please. You don't know about this?
Yeah, it's in
No.
May.
You didn't know about this?
Toasty
Seriously?
jumped
Wait,
the gun
wait.
last month, and she wanted to do a stream on it. I was like,
oh god,
because she got the Martian
you know who
name
it's
mixed up.
against, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you don't know who it's against?
No.
It's against Ronda Rousey.
It's a big Netflix live.
You don't know who Ronda Rousey
broadcast thing.
This is
Ronda
gonna be very
Rousey
new.
is the entitled, spoiled bitch who was the best female fighter in the world for a little while, and then started losing and couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it at all. And so she ran away from MMA, joined WWE, then insulted the sport of pro wrestling repeatedly within the show, calling it fake to its own fans. You never call wrestling fake. We all know it's not real. Not real. We're all very aware that it's scripted, Rousey. You're not actually... But bet your ass that if any of those fucking women decided that they were going to fucking take you down, they would have kicked your fucking ass. Just because you're MMA doesn't mean you're big. A woman like fucking Rhea Ripley could probably kick the shit out of Ronda Rousey. And I don't even like Rhea Ripley. But there you go.
So we're rather expecting Gina to win then?
Well, I'd like Gina to win because Ronda Rousey is a bitch. Yeah. She went off, got herself some fake tits, and went on an... What did she call it? An insemination vacation. She went to have a baby with her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah. She got herself some fake titties, so that
Isn't
she
that
actually
called a
had
second
some.
honeymoon by normal people?
I think it was just a honeymoon, to be honest. I think at the time,
really?
I think they got married, but then never
That's
actually
worse.
never actually had like a proper honeymoon. Anyway, yeah. So Gina Carano is coming out of retirement to fight Ronda Rousey, which is interesting because they were both the absolute like dominant women in their field at the time when they were both in MMA, which never overlapped before.
Right.
So Rousey is like 10 years younger than Gina, but Gina's got like a significant size advantage.
This is what would be considered a dream match of sorts.
It's a dream match, yeah. It's a bit like Rock versus Hogan, or imagine if like Bret Hart versus, I don't know, Stone Cold, if it happened 5 years later. You know, because we had Bret Hart versus Stone Cold in the beginning.
Right. That was when the double turn happened.
Stone Cold the double turn. But if like Bret Hart hadn't left and stuff like that, then it would have been like having Bret Hart versus Stone Cold when they had at the peak of each of their careers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mr. Sardock for £5. Thank you.
Yo.
Says, am I going to hell for loving the term insemination vacation? I'm not even remotely sorry. Well, to each his own, I suppose, sir.
I mean, it is a fun little bit of wordplay, I suppose.
I don't necessarily hate it. I just find it a bit cringe. Just a bit cringe.
Indeed.
That's basically all it is. Yeah. But, hey, you know.
Sometimes cringe is allowable.
I mean, it's not terrible. I guess the thing that makes it cringe is the fact that it was Ronda Rousey saying it. I mean, yeah, I all want to know, you know. Hang on. Was it? Oh, she did say insemination vacation, but she also more popularly then changed it to impregnation vacation. Yeah. Cringe.
Boom.
I guess, as we wait for Will to get back, I guess you could consider a woman actually being pregnant than an insemination installation, at least for the time where it's baking in the oven, as it were. There he is. Now he's back. Hopefully, can you hear us, Will? Can we hear you? There we are.
I'm here.
Maybe. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, I had to dip out for a quick impregnation vacation.
Oh, no. Turkey
Pregnancy
bases on
pause.
standby. Turkey bases
No, I
on
definitely
standby.
didn't need that. No. The last thing I need right now is another fucking pregnancy. I've had enough of babies for a little while right now. And unless and until my income on this channel triples, I cannot have another baby. And right now it's at half what it's meant to be. So, Ronda Rousey is on impregnation vacation. That's what she called it. It was also called insemination vacation, but there we go. Anyway, doesn't matter. Gina Carano is officially facing Ronda Rousey. I can't believe you never saw the fucking trailer for it. Hang on. Gina Carano Ronda trailer. It was announced suddenly on YouTube.
Yeah, it's like back in February, January at the earliest.
It was months ago now.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Yeah, because it's like what, May 26th or the 16th? One of those days. I know there's a 16th. Yeah, May 16th.
Yep. So that became a thing. Yeah, it's May 16th, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's in about a month from now.
Yep.
Before that, of course, we have this weekend WrestleMania.
Yep.
Which is fucked. Do we want to react to it, John?
It has been quite the sad state of affairs. This
I kind of
year's
want
build.
to. I was supposed to be on SNH at the time, though, so for Saturday.
Right.
Yeah. I kind of want to.
I mean,
but then at the same time, it's only once a year, and I always miss out on WrestleMania. And you know what always happens is I'll be in fucking SNH, and then what happens? The chat starts telling you the fucking results.
Right. I remember, what was
God
it?
Damn it.
It must have been last year, yeah, because you were doing everything you could to avoid it, and then if I remember correctly,
they were like,
Leon
Cena
just
won.
came in, and
I'm like, what?
Yeah, Leon just comes Leroy Jenkinsing in with like.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't even
Or
that
was
year.
it-
It was the year before.
Yeah. Okay.
It was,
Yeah.
It was the year before. Someone said, God, no, it was SummerSlam. It was something I can't remember. It was like Cena won. Yeah, Cena. Someone in the chat said Cena won. Yeah, and I was annoyed by that. But then Leon definitely ran with it. But he told me in private about it. But there was one of the podcasts where it was. I'm pretty sure it was WrestleMania the year before, and someone was like, "Oh, The Rock just beat Cody." I was like, "Fuck." You had to tell me that, like you couldn't tell me one of the mid-card match finales. You had to tell me the main event. Why? I want to watch that.
Right.
And that was WrestleMania 40. The only good side of that is the fact that it was Monday morning my time when the main event finally happened, and I managed to get everyone in my fucking house to sit in front of the fucking TV and watch it. We all had McDonald's breakfast. Daisy and Dad and I all sat and shit. Just said her name. Oh well. Sat in front of the fucking TV and watched Cody win. So that was a good time. It was one of the best memories I have of pro wrestling ever. Was I managed to get my wife and my dad to sit and watch Cody Rhodes win the title for the first time. It was fucking cool when you've been a Cody fan since 2007. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, at the end of the day, while she was, of course, doing her run up to the match, she did an appearance on Jackson podcast where Bear Digidio, whoever that is, Digidio, I don't fucking know, didgeridoo, remarked that since her cancellation, Gina Carano seems like a brand new person. He went on to ask whether people had simply not been listening to her comments at the time and whether she was ultimately cancelled because it was cool to do so. Well, you have to remember that these guys, they don't necessarily follow what should happen in response to a cancellation. They are separate and distinct from it, not paying attention. So he has, a fair reason to ask some questions about it. By the way, before I forget, Sardog dropped us £5 earlier. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for $5.
Gonna have to come up with the Sardock special or something and just have a bunch of dudes dancing like Chippendale style for him or something. I don't fucking care. I'm not threatened. I'm not unsure of my heterosexuality. So there you go. Carano responded that the cancellation was a result of Disney trying to make an example out of her. At the time of her social media posts, he says it's fine, you don't have to. All right, buddy. Later described by Lucasfilm as an abhorrent and unacceptable. Yes, that's what they called her. Public tensions were running high. Of course, she sued them. They settled. Ha ha ha. I felt like I had to say something. It was so heavy on my heart, and that put a target on me. And we're finding out. We're now finding out I was right. She wasn't.
Indeed.
I mean, look, there was never any fucking question in real fans' minds that Gina Carano was 100% right. That's why you couldn't get a fucking autograph from Gina Carano at the last 3 or 4 years of fucking conventions, because you would have to have lined up for over an hour to do that, while actual like mainstream Hollywood actors had lines like 1/3 that size at best. It was standing room only for Gina Carano, baby.
Right. And ultimately, you know, all she was really even saying at the time was if you don't learn from history, you're bound to repeat it. And this was during a time where there was a lot of authoritarian, control scheming going on specifically. And she was likening it to a time in history where people kind of say, hey, yeah, maybe unbridled authoritarianism might not be the best way to handle situations.
It was the ratting out of your neighbors, right?
Right.
The comparison was strictly between two eras during which the powerful and the structurally, governant
marginalized,
were able to empower people to fuck over their neighbors and their friends for social credit.
Yeah.
It happened in Nazi Germany, and it happened again in 2021 with the vaccines in America.
And it also happened in season 5 of Red Dwarf.
Say that again, buddy.
And it also happened in season 5 of Red Dwarf.
It did. It did, actually, yeah. But it happened, of course, in the vaccine setting of the early Biden administration. Right. And it was absolutely disgusting and not so different from, what was it? Yellow stickers or something they used to put on?
They had to wear the
Jews.
star.
The stars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, it's never okay for the government to turn the population against the population for government handouts and government brownie points.
Right.
And it creates a destabilization of civilization. It creates a dehumanization of certain groups, which was happening. And if Trump hadn't got back, would have only got worse. So she was right. Everybody knew she was right. Absolutely everybody in the fucking world who isn't a leftist zealot fucking knew that she was right. And that's why she was cancelled and called abhorrent. And she's back now, of course, and she's looking just as fucking good as she did 10 fucking years ago, and ready to kick some serious ass and hopefully beat the fucking shit out of that poser bitch Ronda Rousey. So, there we go. Anyway, there we go. Moving on, Elon Musk wants to make a real Jurassic Park. I mean, there's no possible way that could go wrong, right?
It's not as though someone made a fictionalized. Oh wait, hold on. That's the whole point of Jurassic Park.
It's not as if it has a 100% fucking ratio of going wrong in every fucking story related to it. Yeah.
Right, and when you talk about things like this, it's hard not to have the comparisons to Bond villain billionaire kind of scheming at play.
I know, right?
Like, but why? Right?
Like, Elon, could you do us a favor? Could you make us a YouTube alternative instead?
Right. Maybe that might be a better way to spend your time than we're gonna have to start referring to you as Scorpio, like in the Simpsons episode. I mean, get out of here.
He is a bit like Scorpio. He is a bit like Scorpio from The Simpsons, yeah. Because he's so nice too.
Right.
I forgot about that guy. That guy is so Elon Musk. Where is it? Oh, buddy, where's Scorpio?
And full of Popeye. Makes you strong like Popeye.
Popeye, Popeye in. See? Same thing. Forget it. How are you? I'm Hank Scorpio.
Someday I'd like to own the Dallas Cowboys.
I bet people laughed at you when you told them that dream.
Yeah.
Homer, don't give up. They laughed at me the first time I wore jeans with a sport coat. There. Ever see a guy say goodbye to a shoe?
Yes, one.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. This is Scorpio. I have the doomsday device. You have 72 hours to deliver the gold, or you face the consequences. And to prove I'm not bluffing, watch this.
Oh my God, the 59th Street Bridge.
Maybe it just collapsed on its own.
Collapsed on its own. You have Relax, Homer and Globex. We don't believe in walls. Matter of fact, I didn't even give you my coat.
Wow.
And he also made a flamethrower.
It is very, very much, I absolutely love Elon Musk. I really do. I've got a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of support for him. But this does sound like it does sound like go fuck yourself, or I will release dinosaurs. Homer, release the dinosaurs. He says Musk was responding to a post from Richard Dawkins, who asked for opinions on the pros and cons of reconstructing a Neanderthal. Given that so much of its genome is already known, advances in technology have opened the door to a serious debate about the bioethics of creating a potentially sentient being. You don't do that. You don't do it. That's what you do. You don't do that. Yet Musk appeared to approach the question with a lighter tone. Bring them all back, he replied, especially the dinosaurs. Fake it if you have to. Well, apparently Jurassic Park, he said. Jurassic Park was legit an epic idea by Michael Crichton. That's the original spelling of Crichton, by the way, not our spelling of Crichton. I really hope we can have one in the future. Got to break some eggs to make an omelette. That's a bit more than breaking eggs, buddy.
Right,
You've seen the iconic scene, right? Where dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Yeah.
Roamed
That
the
is
earth.
hijacking the natural order of things.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Right.
We definitely don't need none of this. Thanks. No, thank you. No. Definitely don't want no dinosaurs.
Just here to check your Starlink connection. Don't mind me.
Yeah. Oh, Musk, please don't bring us Jurassic Park for real. Okay, one more. It's one of our favorite dumbass bitches who ever lived in the whole world, Sabrina Carpenter, who has now been cancelled.
Live by the cancellation, die by the cancellation.
Yeah, but before that, we just received another super chat from Sardoc for another £5. What a fucking legend. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Says, Elon, instead of this nonsense, better make a new payment processor and partnered with Valve to start making SSDs, HDDs, CPUs, GPUs, RAM, and power supplies.
That would be far more appreciated, to be quite honest.
That's true, yeah. I mean, it's pretty obvious that that's what he should be doing, like 24 hours a day at the moment. And then in maybe a year or two, when he's destroyed the RAM crisis, the CPU, GPU crisis, then you create yourself Xtube, or whatever. No, that sounds like a porn site. Whatever you call it. Just fucking buy xvideos.com, shut them down, and make that your YouTube. Or just do something that doesn't involve the letter X. That would be kind of cool. Create Musk Tube, whatever. I don't know. That sounds terrible as well.
The pheromone readings are off the charts.
Yes. Christ, Musk.
How about elongated?
That could work. Elon Vision. I don't fucking know. Just create an alternative to YouTube with the same monetization, similar server counts. Just fucking do it. Doesn't have to be as huge as it could be. It could be bigger than Rumble in 6 months. You know, and offer
long form streaming.
Yeah, it's basically what everyone wants him to do anyway. Or just buy Rumble. Just fucking buy Rumble and like give it a better name and turn it into something else, something bigger, something more robust.
What up, Toast?
And basically the same as YouTube. Just, I guess I actually could go for probably a little less edge, but the availability to be edgy is fine. Just make it more mainstream, so that you can have people like a PewDiePie and you can have people like Nick Fuentes on the same platform if you want it. I honestly don't care. It's up to whoever watches it at the end of the day. But there we go. Hey, thanks for 5.
Thank you for 5, Dora.
I've got it in Tesla Vision.
In what?
In Tesla Vision.
Oh,
Instead of
right.
in television. Yeah.
I thought you said incest vision because you slightly slurred it when you said it, and I was like, "What? Isn't that basically just?"
Pretty sure that's already on X videos.
Yeah, it's basically the #1 porn category in the world since like 2015. It's just everything is stepbrother, stepsister, stepdad, stepmom. It's fucking cringe, and that's how porn's being weaponized against the nuclear family, by the way. But there you go. So Sabrina Carpenter has been cancelled after Coachella cultural mix-up goes viral. Well. Boy, she's got some big hands, hasn't she? Anyway, a moment at Coachella. Coachella ultimately, by the way, if you're not sure what Coachella is, it translates to cringe fest. Went viral for all the wrong reasons. Now headliner Sabrina Carpenter. What the fuck is she doing at Coachella? Isn't that supposed to be a rock festival?
It's all sorts of things.
When did we start letting like fucking pop harlots onto stages at festivals? You used to have like Download Festival. You'd have like Pantera, Metallica, fucking you'd have Soil and people like that, Cold Chamber.
Right.
And then on another stage you'd have like fucking Sum 41 and Green Day and people like that and The Offspring.
That's kind of the way Coachella's supposed to operate. It's got, I think, 3, maybe even 6 stages. It's like a whole weekend event. I don't know.
So you've got the pop stage.
It's got a little bit of everything.
I know they do. They do a Seabound one on a ship as well.
Can we do one where it's mosh pit rivals? And what you do is you put the pop stage with all the teeny bopper stuff. Yeah, you put the pop stage in the center with Sabrina Carpenter, and then you put next on one side you have like, I don't know, the Tool.
9 Inch Nails.
Or someone
I'm just thinking of like,
Yeah. And on the other side,
my experience being in the pits. Yes.
And on the other side, you have like Slayer.
Right.
Yeah. and then you unlink the fences between the crowds.
Just let the body surge.
Just turn the pop fans into a thin paste that can be spread on toast. And then send it to Hollywood so they can get their adrenochrome,
Right.
and eradicate pop music.
Yeah, you can call it Vegemite because it's made of ground up pussies.
Vegemite because it's made of fucking estrogen. Yeah. And then whoever loses, their act gets sacrificed.
Hey, Marmite, because it's Mom.
Oh, yeah, right. Marmite, yeah. Or we could have at the end, it's like, followed by the great sacrificing of Sabrina Carpenter. It's just literally just kill her at the end. That'll do. In Minecraft. In Fortnite, where she's a playable character.
Indeed.
But anyway, Sabrina Carpenter is at risk of being cancelled by the very people she's pandered to for so long. Her candid and I want that, by the way. I'm thinking about it. So the whirring in the back of my mind is like three fenced off audiences side by side with only like a fence separating them, and then you just pull up the fences and just let.
I think there's already a fence separating them.
Yeah, but what I mean is like you literally
I couldn't leave
pull
that
it
one
out
alone.
and you just have the mosh pit guys just roll
Yeah,
in and
yeah.
just
Because the front of the pit,
brutalize.
you can feel the body surges as they happen.
Yeah, so like Sabrina Carpenter's up there singing her slaggy feminist crap about men being shit, and then in the audience is just men fucking viciously brutalizing her audience until they don't exist.
Reminds me of 20 some odd years ago. I was at a Blaze. God, I can't remember. It was the heavy metal station put on a festival, weekend festival.
Yeah.
And Marilyn Manson was one of their headliners, and I was there for that, right up against the rail, and the body surge that happened. I just remember there being 3 people who looked like they didn't fit in, and they were standing like right near me. And I was just like, oh, I don't know if you're ready for this crowd. And like 2 seconds, seemingly into the band kicking up and like the whole thing kicking off, I could hear Harvey, I'm scared. I had to ultimately
Harvey
had to help them over the rail so they could get the fuck out because they weren't equipped for the pit.
No. I remember when I was at even just the MK Green Day gig in 2005, after my birthday, and I think I told the story before about how I kidney punched some guy like twice my size, because he wouldn't let me pass to stand in front of him so I could see, and he got dragged back into the pit, and like later I saw him and he was like looking a little worse for wear.
That concert was quite the thing. I had to help
Never
lift
sort of hit that violent at a punk gig, by the way.
Yeah, I had to help get a 300-pound roughly girl over the rail to security because of the body surge.
Harvey, I'm scared.
Right. But that was a different set of people from the big girl. But I also was close enough that unfortunately I can say I have been 6 feet away from Marilyn Manson's exposed asshole, and I've seen the Apple sodomy. Unfortunately,
Oh God.
part of being there in the live experience,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been to several Marilyn Manson gigs.
Yeah.
I've never personally had a bad experience, but I've seen certain people in the crowd not get on with certain other people in the crowd. They left me and my mate the fuck alone. But
Yeah.
but
Well, I've told you before. I've been
actually
offered coke. I've been offered coke by mild celebrities. I've been offered coke by TV producers. I've had whiskeys with celebrities, and I've given a lighter to Christopher Lee.
Right.
And I met every douchebag in Hollywood, but I never got that close to anybody's asshole. I can say that much.
No.
So
Yeah.
kudos, I suppose.
Yeah, there was basically
if being close to celebrities is what floats your boat. The reason they sent me on all these gigs, by the way, was because I made it clear that I wasn't impressed by anybody's celebrity status. The only person I was ever really impressed by was when I met Bill Bailey, and I actually for once.
Oh, I fucking love Bill Bailey. He's awesome.
For once, I actually said, "Excuse me, Mr. Bailey, do you mind if we get a photo?"
Yeah.
And that was like the one time I ever did that.
Yeah, no, at that point in the show, I was literally the person. I was right up against the rail. There was no one in front of me, and so like it's just me. Probably about 4 or 5 feet of clearance for the security guys that are in between, to the rail and the stage itself, and the stage, and right there, basically where my wall is from me right now, was Marilyn Manson, like just turning his back to the stage, to the crowd rather, and he proceeded to bend over and then pulled his knickers to the side, and I was like, yep.
Why the fuck did he do that?
He doesn't do stuff like that anymore. Like he's
no,
actually
like I said, this was
sober now.
Right. Like I said, this was like back in 2000, 2001.
Yeah, it'd be
somewhere
at the very most, it would be early 2010s.
Yeah.
Well, I could tell you specifically, this was back this was probably 2000, summer of 2001, I think, leading up to getting married and whatnot. Because I was still living in Nebraska at the time, and my ex-wife was there. It was a whole thing. But yeah, that was a long ass time ago.
Sure was. That sure was a long time ago, no doubt. Yeah, but that was a good time. You know, there was when I worked at events, I met a lot of dickheads. But there we go. Anyway, clearly we don't care about this. I just want to know why, what she did. She was seated at a piano on stage preparing to play her song. We almost broke up again last night. Almost.
Oh, really?
Oh no, dear. Oh, how sad for you. Oh, that's really sad. I'm really gutted for you. But you know what? Fuck you. I don't actually care at all. Not even remotely. Not even a little bit. Not even 1%. By the way, here's a picture of me with Bill Bailey.
Yay!
So there we go. Back in the day.
His like Kraftwerk Okie Kokie is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was just thanking him for doing the Belgian jazz Doctor Who theme.
Yeah.
But there we go. Anyway, before she started, someone in the crowd called out with a zagrauta, a trilling call in Arabic culture used to express. Oh, is that the thing that they do?
Yes, I think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what that is. Maybe.
Well, she certainly. I mean, she's a leftist, so of course the Islamists are going to be with her because even though they're more conservative than anyone in the world, like more hardline, brutal conservative than anyone in the entire world, they have allies with the left that will allow them to take down the West, theoretically. So of course they're going to support this little slag. Apparently it was not an expression with which Carpenter was familiar. I think I heard someone yodel. Oh no! Oh no! And Carpenter asked, "Is that what you're doing?" Had she stopped there, she might have been forgiven. But then she added, "I don't like it." Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
The audience
oh, no.
member called back, "That's my culture." Making a confused face, Carpenter said, "That's your culture is yodeling." Yes! 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 I fucking hate Sabrina Carpenter so much that, oh, please,
Oh god! It only
please
gets worse.
send her to Iran. Go on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's have her get strung up by Muslims in Minecraft. Sorry, in Fortnite. An attempt to explain what the call was cut off when Do you know the funny thing is, if she were a Trump supporter, she would know what that sound is.
Right.
Because they were all making it when the bombing of Iran began. When they were all out there chanting, "Yeah, Trump, thank you for bombing Iran," the Iranians, you know, and they were all going like that, you know.
All right.
They were indeed.
Yeah. It says, "Is this Burning Man? This is weird."
Oof.
Online backlash is... Well, the reality is that much like other painted whores, she's a fucking airhead.
Yeah.
She hasn't got a goddamn clue about anything in the whole world. She is a brainless bimbo slag.
Right. Well, it's like her whole thing about blame men, and it's like you do realize it was probably a whole bunch of men that built the stage.
Of course,
that you're performing on, the studios that you record in, countless.
I'd like to see some masculists build an accidental trapdoor.
Right.
In Minecraft. I'm just saying, if Sabrina Carpenter broke her leg in Minecraft or something, it wouldn't be the worst day ever. It would be quite funny. Sabrina saying that she doesn't like a cultural Arabic cheer. That is so insensitive and Islamophobic. I'm very disappointed in her. Can't you just call her what she is? Fucking brainless, uneducated,
she's vapid.
Disnoid fucking child actor come painted whore pop star. Right? And of course she doesn't know anything about anything.
Yeah, because she became, a spectacle kind of character in the limelight before she knew shit about
before she knew anything
about anything, and she's had nothing but, constant praise and yes-menning throughout her life and this and that, and she's never had a reason to actually really understand the nature of reality that she lives in. She just, assumes whatever, and people will go along with it.
All right, Sabrina Carpenter Suffer says, Issa Rae, whoever that is, laments that DEI has become a bad word in Hollywood.
Oh, gee. It's not like you have a vested interest. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, she's aggress.
Yes. An ethically beige woman.
No, she ain't beige. She's the same color as that fucking sofa.
Right. Well, ethically beige in my mind has a range.
They literally sat her on a hearse. This sofa was made from your ancestors, dear.
Actually, she was supposed to sit on a white couch, but she insisted that it be brown.
Right.
DEI.
And before anyone calls me racist, I have a leather sofa downstairs that's the same color as my skin. So, Issa Rae, who went from creating her own series on YouTube to becoming a major player in Hollywood, spoke recently at the Raps Creators X Hollywood Summit, noting that she's now facing a new challenge, in an evolving industry. I'm seeing it just blatantly. People aren't investing like they were before. DEI has changed meaning and become a bad word.
Profit.
Nobody is investing in DEI because DEI causes your investments to DIE.
Indeed. Imagine that. It's almost as though people want to have a return on their investments rather than, just representation for a message that doesn't resound with anybody.
They never cared. They never cared about it in earnest in the first place.
Yeah.
The people with the money never gave a fuck. They perceived it as a growing cultural trend that was going to carry them through the next 20 years. It carried them through about 2. And then the backlash came. And the backlash has given rise to so many alternate platforms that it's basically been the most destructive mistake that Hollywood has ever made. The people aren't investing like they were. DEI has changed meanings and become a bad word. Yes. Just like woke. Just like every word you try to use. They can't co-sign. Minority executives told her they can't co-sign her projects for fear of losing their jobs in the current climate. Well, that's because, you see, it's not about your color. It's not about your race. It's not about your fucking sex. And it's not about your sexuality. And if you are only making projects because of that, then you need to get in the sea. Because you're not actually a storyteller at all. Critics of DEI suggest the shift away from the policy may be a good thing for Hollywood if it's actually happening. It is. When Rae launched her YouTube series, The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl. Well, that's why no one will back you.
Yeah.
If you just called it The Misadventures of Awkward Girl.
Well, now I'm going to have to rethink my whole Misadventures of the Problematic White Guy series,
Yeah. Although, to be fair, that name has got you some recognition.
It has, actually. Yes.
So there you go, after so much progress, we're kind of back to limited representation and having to stake claim of
limited representation.
Yeah, that's not even remotely true. Representation is still through the sky.
Can I just mention one very, very fine gentleman called Victor Glover who just went around the fucking moon?
Yep.
Nobody gives a fuck what color your skin is. People give a fuck if you're skilled at what you're supposed to do.
Precisely, Rhoda.
Indeed.
Keep going. You're cooking.
No, that was it. That was what I had to say.
You have to be smarter about how you package and market products now that DEI is gone. You tell them it's not a show about a black woman, it's a show about class. As icky as that might feel, it gets the show sold. Oh, and then you make it about black people. Okay, well, that's cool. That's fine. That means when people don't watch it, the executives can't, like, literally don't even have to pretend to not blame themselves this time. They can blame and blacklist you for lying.
Right.
You just made it even easier. Thank you.
And you've kind of brought me back in. You wanted me to say more. Victor Glover, when he was asked by this fucking so-called journalist about like what it means for Black history, he basically said, "Shut up about Black history. This is human history."
Correct. Morgan Freeman said the same damn thing.
He did. Unfortunately, he turned into a TDS sufferer, but I don't think that's going to happen with Victor Glover.
Something tells me no. But yeah, that's fine though. We're not shooting black people to the moon anymore just because they're black. Good. We're not shooting random feminist pop star whores to the moon either, which is great.
Well, we're not.
No.
Public limited companies are.
But having said that, actually, that does tie me into one little story I thought I had ready to go. Oh dear. Let me see if I can quickly find it, because I forgot this one. What was the chick's name in Batgirl? Ruby Rose.
Yes.
Yeah. We have this. Ruby Rose accuses Katy Perry of sexual assault. Yes! 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 This is beautiful. This is the most delicious fucking thing ever. Look, if you told me 15 years ago that some hot Aussie model was getting it on with the big-titted pop slag, and you had evidence of it, I would have said present it faster than if you had an 8-ball and a copy of Mortal Kombat 9, right? But at the end of the day, now all I can think is, ew. But no, apparently this happened 20 years ago.
Right.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So, evidently, this is just beautiful. This is beautiful. This is just it. This is it. This is the inevitable extent, the inevitable outcome.
Well, it sounds like she kissed a girl and didn't like it.
Didn't like it. Yes, I saw that response. Someone put in a chat. I think somebody said, "Batgirl Norris is a new Black Star, Ruby Rose." By the way, just FYI. Where are we at? Hold on a minute.
Not that it takes much to think lesser of Katy Perry these days. She's also currently in a relationship with Bastard Castro.
Oh yeah, she is, isn't she? She's going out with Fidel Jr. Oh hey, Toasty's here.
Hey, look at you.
Hey, popping in. Hello. How you doing?
Hi guys.
Yeah,
I
you
was
got something to
bored.
say about this?
Oh,
Yeah,
go ahead.
we're bagging on Katy Perry and Ruby Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently,
fuck them both. I don't give a shit.
apparently, Ruby Rose is accusing Katy Perry of sexual assault. Isn't that just the most perfect thing ever in this day and age? Like, you get through all your Me Too times up and all that cringe, and you land on your biggest fucking aggressor, your the person who hurt you the most sexually, Ruby Rose, who used to look like that, by the way.
Oh God! It also reframes the whole. Yeah. It won't be perfect until the suit fits a woman.
Yeah, I know.
The lawsuit.
I know. It's crazy, right? It's crazy.
So cringe.
It's like actually fucking nuts when you consider that, you know, this chick who, yeah, let's be honest, was pretty hot, you know, in her day. And, you know, then there's the pop bimbo who with just the huge knockers, you know. And they're getting it on, but it's not that. It's not that. It's actually way worse. It's actually hilarious. According to Ruby Rose, what actually happened was that she was sexually assaulted by Katy Perry at a nightclub in Melbourne, at a Spice Market nightclub. Who gives a shit what she thinks, right? Where's the story? Okay. She responded to one fan who asked for details by writing, "She didn't kiss me." Yeah, because the fan wrote, "You kissed a girl and she didn't like it." She didn't kiss me. She saw me resting on my best friend's lap to avoid her and bent down, pulled her underwear to the side and rubbed her disgusting vagina on my face until my eyes snapped open and I projectile vomited on her. Now, isn't Ruby Rose a lesbian?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she said she didn't get kissed, but come on, women
I don't know,
all
man.
have
Like,
two sets
most
of
people,
lips.
Most people wouldn't really have given much of a shit if Katy Perry, circa 2000, whatever, had rubbed the vagina on their faces. You know, most guys would have probably just turned their heads. You know.
Yeah, it was a kiss from a vertical smile, though, so she did indeed get kissed.
She
You know?
did get kissed. Yeah. I mean, not for nothing. I've never liked Katy Perry or her fucking music, but you know, still, there's that thing called the penis that still operates. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, apparently this chick, around about the time she looked like this, assaulted the little blonde with her vagina on her face.
Which just track this though. You know, she says this happened at that time, and had this been a dude who did that 20 years ago, you know, it would be, oh, he stuck his dick on my shoulder. You know, like that would be completely, you know, oh, we have to go after this guy, and he's a complete, you know, predator and all this kind of bullshit. But right.
It's crazy. We're talking about 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
Something like that. So yeah, there you go. Ruby Rose, back when she probably looked like this actually. Hang on. Boom. Girl on girl. If you told me in 2009, I would have had a very different response. Now my response is, you know, I don't give a fuck about either of these harpies.
Fuck them both.
Yeah, who cares? Who gives
They
a
look
fuck?
like they get their hair cut by Kirsten Stewart.
Yeah.
Just-
2009, by the way. That was like the height of chicks making out in clubs with each other to get our attention. Anyway, there you go. That was the end of it. I can't believe they sent Katy Perry to the fucking moon.
Yeah, if only they could have kept her there.
I can't believe they didn't bring her back.
Oh, you can't believe they did bring her
Oh,
back.
shit, John beat me to it. Damn.
There it is. Speaking of going to the moon, all right, let's pivot into gaming. Crimson Desert. Have you seen this clip?
Can't say that I've
watch
seen many
this.
in the last few days.
It turns out that Crimson Desert is actually bigger than we thought it was.
Oh.
Vertically.
Oh.
Somebody hacked it. Remove stamina and force. So you just keep propelling yourself up.
Yep.
Okay, so he's reached
Above the skybox.
He's reached the actual areas where the where the abyss is. Goes higher, and now we can see the circumference of the planet.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
So there will be a lot more to come in expansions then.
It looks like it.
I mean, you don't just like spend fucking hundreds of hours making this up.
We ain't done yet. Okay, now we're in space.
Right.
I mean, why did you make this? You didn't have to do this.
Yeah, this
you're outside the atmosphere now.
At the same time as I'm extremely impressed, it also improves my last point.
What?
They must be planning massive.
Oh, they must be
expansions.
planning something. Yeah, there'll be huge expansions for this. Yeah. You go into space. Why not? Okay, let's keep going. Are we going any higher? No, I think that's it. But look at this. Look at this shit. Oh no, he does go higher. And that's it. Hits the limit and grapples with the fucking thing to hang from the actual upper limit of the world.
there is some shit going on here.
And then, what's this?
Release.
Look, that's re-entry.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They actually added
they've made it.
He's an ODST, man.
They actually added the ability to re-enter the atmosphere and put the animation of the burn marks, unless they've just got the physics engine.
ODST, man.
Somebody at that company is planning a dynasty, and I think they're going to get it.
I'm just gonna play this. I know there are new games coming out. I don't care. I don't care. I haven't played this in a week now. I'm gonna stream it later after this. I have to.
It looks really cool.
It's amazing. This is the best game, like, maybe ever.
Yeah.
It's absurd what they've accomplished here.
Wow, that's cool.
You have to hack stamina and stuff.
I
to be able
do
to do
plan to get around to this one once I'm able to secure myself a Steam machine.
You're never gonna ever like put it down. Like, I just don't see me putting this down for a long time.
Yeah,
I had to take a break from it, not because I needed a break from it, but because I had other things to do, like so much else to do. But there you go. This game is just baffling. Like, the amount of work and effort that went into it is just actually crazy. By the way, Sardock is here for £5. Thank you. Says, did someone utter the dark incantation in the Cthulhu language? Oh God, I summoned them. Oh no. There we go. Perhaps they did, Sardock. Perhaps they did. Thank you for the support.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. This is sounding really gay.
Thank you for $5.
Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you. And James is here. James OP is here.
Hey, James! Woo!
2009 is the year after I Kissed a Girl came out. That's right. Yes. It was the year that I remember every girl, including my very, very, very attractive best friend at the time, just trawling around looking for chicks to kiss. And there were all these chicks that were just going around the clubs looking for other chicks to make out with so that they could pull whatever guy they were actually with. It was fun. It was a fun time. It was fun because most of the time, well, you know, you watch these chicks make out with each other all night and then you take them home. It was great. It was a great time. Anyway, yeah. And he says space is there because there is a quest to see the constellations. Constellations, yeah. Yeah, yes, I know there is a quest to do that. I haven't done it yet. But they didn't have to render actual space. They could have very easily done, you know, what other games in the past have done with stuff like that and just made it so that they appear overlaid over the night sky.
But I think that's part of the thing is like the technical praise. Look what they've done, you know. Like,
yeah.
I mean.
Oh yeah, no, they're like, let's actually put them there. Yeah.
And when they said we're world builders, there was no mistake. This is a world.
Well, I think what they thought is let's future-proof our game.
I think, you know, yeah, they can actually do quests in space if they wanted to. I think it.
Well, I mean, you know, it's one of those things where limitations in the past used to be why they would slot in different maps and things like that. So based on LODs and this like level of detail modeling things, you can expand things out as long as there's a way for it to, you know, figure out how to render it. And a lot of that restrictions kind of been lessened as you know, generations of development have come and gone. So, but it is pretty fantastic to see just how effective it is in terms of the scale that it's able to operate at.
Yeah, I just love this game.
Yeah,
I just think it's fucking amazing. Loving it. James, thank you for 5. Appreciate you for that, man.
Thank you for $5.
Yeah, we're actually doing all right today. Thank you, everybody. There's The new clip, of course, for the 50 chats, were blown out by a 100 banger. So there you go. Amazing. But anytime there's a pink boy, there is a clip for it. So there we go. And there's yet another patch. New Crimson Desert patch just dropped with many of the improvements Pearl Abyss said would coming in coming in the new months. By the way, that was a topic that we talked about last week, or I talked about, where they announced their dev update. So the idea was they were announcing things that they were going to patch in the coming months, and they've already begun with a lot of them. So that's fucking cool. These guys love what they do.
Yeah. And with each passing week, the initial complaints are even more and more of a tempest in a teacup kind of, well, you really were just trying to overreact for the sake of having something to react about. You know?
Yeah.
Totally not coping and seething.
Oh, the journos who tried to bury this guy, they just pushed through with sheer force of, not will, that's not really the word. The word is
willful ignorance, I think, would be...
the journos, yeah. But what I mean is, like, the game itself, they haven't attacked back. They haven't slapped anybody down. They've just gone, all right, whatever. You say what you like. We'll prove you wrong. By just
let
being
the work
the
speak for
best.
itself.
By just, exactly. Just force of skill. There you go. Just the day after Pearl Abyss's announcement of the various improvements it said were coming to Crimson Desert, we have a new patch. I haven't even played this yet. Haven't played it for like a week, like I said. The highlights of the patch, as detailed on the Crimson Desert website, are a new weapons display option, which means you can hide weapons from the back of your character. So long shield, that's cool. I was getting a bit tired of having a giant shield covering my back the entire time. I want to see my cloak flowing in the wind, you know? Right. The addition of skills for the secondary playable characters, which makes them more viable to play. That's good. And various user interface improvements, but there's a lot for the update. Patch notes below. Let's take a look. Improve the usability of Greymane Cam. Fixed issues that occurred when completing certain requests while being in the wanted status. That's good. Standard dialogue scenes with letterboxing so that fast forwarding is now available. That's good. Added a fast forward speed option, other / language, allowing players to adjust fast forward speeds so you can make it even faster.
Life.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. They just keep making this better and better. Even little things that don't need to be done, like, well, now you can have your fast forwarding 5% faster, sir. Or slower if you want.
Right.
You know what annoys me about it? What I'd really like them to patch in would be, and this is just me being really, and I mean really, nitpicky at this point. Like I really don't care about this at all. But when you fast forward, it ups the pitch of the music. So, like, let's say you've got a piece of music that's going la, and you fast forward for 2 seconds and drop it down. It's going to go la. So it fucks the beauty of the music. It would be better if they could mitigate that pitch up and just speed the music up at the pitch it's actually intended to be. But that is such a fucking granular issue. If they never fix that, I really won't care, you know? Or just let the music continue to play
Yeah, that's what I was
supposed to. Except that occasionally the music is synced to the scene to make to match the dramatic moments, to match the drama.
You know, the great
but
thing
clearly
too
you
about
don't
this,
care about that if you're fast forwarding, so you know.
Yeah. The really cool thing though from this quality of life improvement is their main sticking point basically, the yellow paint people who need to have everything kind of expressed to them in a way that makes it more clear. They've gone and so now even their standing ground of their argument of like, oh well, some things aren't quite clear. You know, it could only be more clear at this point in time, based on what I'm seeing here in this list of the ways that they improved it with just kind of like little kind of elements that are a little bit more subtle than broadly pointing a yellow arrow, do this, do that. So at this point in time, they found what I would say is an acceptable balance. And if you still at this point in time complain that it's not clear enough, stop playing games. You just want to watch movies. Just
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah.
What I would say is like the really cool thing is they've got a massive hit game, and they're not sitting down thinking their job's done. They're still trying to make it better when
Yeah.
they're fucking absolutely smashing the sales and the player counts.
Ultimate passion project. You got to love it. I'd like to think that if I was gonna make a game and I had the skill and the ability and the budget to make one, it would be like this, and it probably would be like this. But
on that
also
front-
it would have the same, like it would be okay. There's things we can still improve here. Let's do it.
Right. But on that front, while you're mentioning it, evidently, and they're not calling it Gary's Mod 2 anymore. I can't remember what it's being called now. But that is releasing shortly, and it will basically have a direct pipeline to producing games within it and getting them up on the Steam store.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I gotta try that shit.
Yeah.
That might
So,
be
and
the
that's
best way
like
to do it.
coming out in the next month or so. So when I read about it, I was like, I gotta tell Will about this.
Sandbox. Sandbox. That's cool. Okay, improved Abyss Nexuses so they're easier to discover. Okay, yeah. I'm always wary with this game about making it hard to. Oh, I'm a much better gamer than Smash. That's what you meant. Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, we're all good at what we're good at. These are my kinds of games. I don't know if I want it to be that much easier. They are adding an official easy mode now as well, and a hard mode. So that's kind of cool. I'll stick to normal, thanks. Improved convenience for certain Abyss puzzles. Improved clarity so it's easier to recognize when certain gimmicks are available to being attached by using Force Palm. Good. That is a big one. That's very handy. Improved lanterns and blinding flash so they provide more hints. Good. Improved the entrance path to the Spire of Soaring. That was kind of irritating. Yeah, that was confusing as fuck. Like, how do you get in here? Oh, I'll just start climbing it until I find a way, and it worked. But some people apparently don't have the gumption to just go, well, when in doubt, climb. But so I guess make it easier for them. Change bank functionality. I'm still going to be glad that I played the vanilla game, because I got alright. I did fine in the vanilla game. I started off alright, and I made my way through that first fucking brutal side boss with the drill in the vanilla game by figuring it out. But hey, whatever. At least I'll always have that. Change bank functionality while being in the wanted status so the bank services remain available, but depositing gold bars and updating investment funds are no longer impossible. That's fair. Fix an issue where requests could not be completed a certain step or destroying the totems after completing. I haven't done that yet. Fix an issue where certain requests could not be completed, blah, blah, blah. Equipment vendor would be replaced by different NPCs after a certain quest. I mean, I would like it so that if they are on other missions, because you can dispatch them, that they are temporarily replaced with NPCs. That would be cool, with non-named NPCs, so that you can still use their services while they're out doing like commissions for you, like building, hunting, escorting, etc. You can send named characters out on missions from your camp, but then a lot of them are also quest givers. So it fucks you when you need to, when you think, oh, I want to do this quest, this side quest. Oh, he's not there. He's out making me money.
Right.
And it's like, well, I don't want to stop that quest, but it's got another, 2 hours of gameplay time before it's finished. So what am I supposed to do? Just bring them back or not do the quest, which furthers the thing that I'm trying to actually do. It's annoying. Added 3 new bass music tracks across the continent of Pyrol. Okay, more music. Sweet. The Crimson Desert and other regions excluded. Okay. Added 1 new loading screen music track. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, it was getting a bit boring listening to the same thing all the time. Improved teleportation via the Abyss Nexus so it now can be used while mounted, falling, swimming, or climbing walls.
Ooh.
Sweet. That's really good. So now you can teleport even if you're in the middle of fucking, like, falling or something. That's cool. Improved the lock-on mechanism during boss battles. Improved the hard lock-on against bosses so that it's maintained from further distances. That's good. That was annoying. Changed the lock-on mechanism so it no longer applies to certain larger bosses. Added new focused aerial roll for Cliff. Oh, so you can boom faster, like what they patched out in the last one. That people were glitching their way to, it sounds like. Focus level 3, flight level 2, and aerial roll. Cool. Improved aiming and Unka. More abilities useful for open world gameplay.
So they took what
Added
was a
Axiom
glitch and
Force.
turned it into a feature, which is nice.
They've added Axiom Force and Nature's Snare and other abilities for Damien and Unka, so you can still do all the stuff that Cliff can do, even when you're not actually playing as Cliff. That's cool. That's going to give me a much bigger reason to play as them. Improved Damien's Shield Toss and Unka's Scatter Shot ability. Cool. Change the control inputs for Damien's Sky Step and Unka's Vertical Flight ability. All right. What else? We got loads of stuff. Color of faction quest icons. Good. That's good. They are a bit hard to spot. Improved the list of memory fragments in the Vision, so it only shows the list of currently obtained fragments. Fair enough. A function that processes all items at once when grouping or ungrouping items in the bag. Oh, good. Okay. UIs item details. It's just tons and tons and tons. Attack or critical rate of certain equipment was displayed as doubled when viewing character stat details from inventory or quick slots. Okay. World map, mini map. Icons for treasure chests already obtained are now displayed differently. Thank you.
Well, see, here's the interesting thing that I think about while you're reading through this is, remember when they gave their Stark rating to this, but then for Marathon, they were like, hey, please don't, give this a review yet because it's not the final version. And they're still in the process of not providing that quote-unquote final version. And they went
I think they've added
all
something
out
to
on,
it, but not what they should have yet.
Right, but they went all out on this when they were playing on a preview build of the game in and of itself and trying to act like that was somehow like, this is the rating that stands for this thing, when clearly they've actually done more to address issues in a shorter period of time and actually had a game that has an actual legitimate user base of interest building, whereas Marathon's just kind of languishing and being forgotten about more and more with each passing day.
Yeah. Holy shit, these are great. Now visited sorry, I was totally locked into this at the time. Visited and unvisited caves, restored and unrestored. They're doing different icons for things you've done versus things you haven't done. That's a godsend. That's a godsend. Even Zelda didn't bother with that. Like, please just tell me where I've been and what I've done, so I know where I've been and what I've done.
Right.
Anyway, added support for ARC GPUs. Whoa, buddy!
Indeed.
So that was the big one. My Intel graphics won't work. Okay, well, it will now. Enjoy. Anti-lag. Lots of graphics settings. I haven't had any issues with the graphics, so please feel free to peruse at your leisure if you have. Sounds like you'll be able to play this game now. Stability, performance optimization, and crash issues. Cool. It's crashed for me a couple of times, so fair enough. Not that I lost anything at all, ever. In fact, whenever it has crashed, I've come back and it's just ping, right back where I was. Maybe I'm 100 meters away from where I was. It's not that big an issue. Mild irritation, but that's about it. Localization issues, improved localization quality, game advice, etc. across all languages. Game would crash when using the Helm of Knowledge as Damien Onka. Korn had no maximum purchase limit at certain vendors. Yeah. Other in-game issues. This is great. They've done so much, man. It's such a good game. I'm going to have to play it tonight. I've got to play it. I'll try to see if I can find some time to stream it. We'll see. All right. Anything else on the gaming front? Well, yes, actually. We have a few other random little stories. Before we go into the swamp of fucking ham and flagging, the ham flag it. As frustration with marathon cheaters, by the way, sorry, my American friends, but the word is cheats. If you cheat, you are a cheat, not a cheater. Just saying. Intensifies. Bungie says improvements to its zero tolerance policy around cheating are underway. How many people are even playing this fucking game anymore? Seriously, how many people?
Well, let's have a look.
I'm gonna have a look.
We've got to have a look.
Oh, we're having a look. It's just taking a minute to load because
Yeah. Yeah, gotta get the app open first, and then
I've apparently started the stream with my VPN on. That's why. Sorry. So I've got to verify my humanity first.
Right.
Or just
while you're
turn my
verifying
VPN
all
off.
that, I will be right back. I'm gonna use
There we
my
go.
really quick. Oh, actually, no, wait.
Well, you do what you got to do, but we're at 18,000.
Oh yeah, no, I just want to make sure. Yeah. So no real changes. Hasn't managed to get up any higher than it had.
It actually had one hell of a low trough. I mean, obviously,
Whoa.
that might be the reset. That's probably the reset. So then this is the low point.
Right.
2.7. Ooh. 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 Oh.
Looks like
That looks like a track for the Red Bull for the Red Bull soapbox race.
Yeah.
And they're 10% down from their 24-hour peak yesterday.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
This game.
This is awful.
This is not going well for them.
No. In fact, this looks like a place that you could do some Barbie Jeep racing. If you're not sure what this is, this is the ultimate redneck sport.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, Power Wheels, man.
This was brought to my attention by a friend of mine from Texas, and he says the rules are you have to be a grown man. You have to be driving a kid's Barbie Jeep. You can mod it as much as you want, trick it out as much as you want, but you're not allowed to improve like the general quality of the racer.
Right.
And you have to get absolutely fucking smash drunk before you go down the hill.
This sounds like my kind of day out.
This is great.
Maybe I should visit Texas.
Yeah.
I was
riding down that line of marathon players. And if you can't, you've got to at least carry the vehicle over the line to win. Or to be considered finishing. There you go. If you haven't seen that,
lucky.
that's what this is for.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to when I was a young kid. My neighbor next door, he had a Power Wheel when I was 5 years old. So I do have the pleasures of power wheeling.
Yeah,
The
idea is a drunk guy riding a kid's toy that will break on the way down and get destroyed, and then you get hurt.
Indeed.
And then you have. To
I never had one of those.
No, I've never. No, I mean, I have 2 little girls, so I might end up.
Yeah, I know. No, I certainly, like I said, I was lucky enough to have a friend who owned it, and so I
Oh my
at least
God,
got to
whoa.
experience a few times.
You should get the little Barbie ones with 2 seats for your.
Oh my God!
Girls.
Oh my God! I need money for that. Right now, I'm struggling to pay bills.
Which you guys
so.
could help him out.
That's true. You can help out. There's a new clip for the $50 Pink Boy. That's right. Holy shit! This is a fucking Christ. This was Majora's Mask or some shit like that. The fuck kind of shooter is this? It's Marathon.
Yeah.
Why? It's his Marathon. This is the Marathon article again. I don't fucking know. I don't play Marathon, but Jesus. That's Majora's Mask. This shit looks like it's about to summon the moon to come and smack.
Yeah. This looks like the life extension techno-feudalists, just future arena of interest.
Just quickly look out the window, everybody, and if you see this staring back at you, it's worked.
I was about to say that's a black man staring at you at nighttime.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Nah. Demons. Like demons.
Fucking hell. That'll do it. That'll do it. It looks like you know what it actually looks like. It looks like you ever see Batman Forever?
Yeah,
With Val
yeah.
Kilmer, the one with Jim
Mhm.
Carrey as the Riddler.
Yeah.
You know when
Yep.
they go to like the neo-punk area where Robin gets his ass kicked and
Yeah,
all that stuff.
everything's got neon
Yeah.
fringe.
Yeah, it looks like that. Reminds me of that. Where everyone's got the body paint and stuff in the black light clubs and that. It's a cool look, but I don't want it looking at me in a video game. I had enough trouble with Majora's Mask when I was like 14 or 15. I'm looking up at the sky. I'm like, holy fuck. What is your problem? Like, leave me alone, Especially in the South where it is actually staring straight at you.
Right.
I fucking hated that thing, man. Like, I hated that. Like, because I'd be looking around, I'd forget that there's a giant moon that might just be going at me, the whole time. I'd be like, adventure. Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot about you. I hate that bastard, man. Plus, it kind of bears a passing resemblance to the first zombie from Resident Evil, which I really hate. So,
Indeed.
There we go.
Same complexion, at least, yes.
Yeah, it's got that moony complexion and black eyes with like glowing.
Yeah.
Not a fan. So there we go. Anyway, they're doing something about cheating, but nobody cares because it's Marathon. Fuck Marathon. Don't care about that. Good news.
How can you cheat
Steam.
in a game in which no one plays?
Exactly. No one cares, man. Steam is now doing a frame rate estimator based on your PC. Which actually, it seems like something they should have had for a long time.
Yeah, this is one of the things that seemingly they're releasing early. This was going to be part of like the whole new environment of the Steam machine coming to the market and whatnot. So it is kind of cool. They are moving forward on some of that stuff already. It's part of the new Steam OS, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Steam OS build. Yeah.
Indeed. So that's cool. I think that's just really cool. I don't really have much to say about it. I just think it's really cool. Like, your PC can run it at this FPS. You don't have to go to one of the websites, etc., and do a "Can I run this game?" which I did like 3 times.
Yeah, it is a
for
nice
Crimson
quality
Desert.
of life improvement.
Yeah, it's just a nice
baked
little
right
add-on.
into the system now. Yeah.
Put it all under one roof. Now you can look at it and go, "Can I run this?" Yep. Can I run this? Nope. And make it easy for yourself. Yeah, sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Not much to say about it. Just wanted to give a tip of the hat to Steam yet again, being the good guys of gaming. Then we have the cult of Capcom, who are about to get their new game. Of course, they're about to get Pragmata.
I think
finally coming out.
actually just released yesterday, or
where is it? I thought it was.
I've been
thought it
hearing
was,
rumblings about it. It's
thought it was the 16th.
maybe it's. I think it's if it wasn't yesterday. it's
April 17th.
Yeah.
That might be my time.
Right. Yeah.
So it's due out.
Makes sense. Yeah, a couple days. Yeah.
Tomorrow, basically. Or the day after.
Pending release.
Thursday or Friday, depending on where you are. Saudi Arabia investment firm purchases even bigger stake in Capcom. I'm starting to just get used to this now. Like, it's starting to not bother me anymore that Saudi Arabia keeps buying our entertainment. But it should bother me. It's just it's becoming so wearily common. Like, is there anything they don't own part of anymore?
Well, Capcom have improved considerably over the last 18 months.
Well, ever since the shitstorm that happened with Monster Hunter Wilds, they really ate a lot of shit on that one, and they deserve to completely. So you can't really blame them. Capcom's one of those companies that, at least in my estimation, and I've never been like that big of a Capcom guy. I love Breath of Fire. I love Street Fighter. Although I don't play the modern ones because I just can't be bothered with all the bullshit they keep adding to it. And these new characters are not as good as the old ones, etc. What I really want is a proper remake of Street Fighter 2. Like a proper in-house remake of Street Fighter 2. And I don't mean a remake Like, just make it play vaguely like Street Fighter 4 and I'll be alright. You know? But to be honest, a 2D version would be cool. I'd like a 2D official remake of Street Fighter 2. And that would be cool. And not the one that came out in 2011, although that was great too. But a proper one. I'm just not going to bother beyond that. And I want Street Fighter 3, not Street Fighter 3. I want Breath of Fire 3 on Steam, because Breath of Fire 4 is on Steam now, so I want 3. And then I'll stream it. But they seem to be one of these companies that just is sort of has a very Nintendo style about them. Like, one generation, they completely fuck up everything. The next generation, they bounce back and they become the good guys again. You know?
Yeah.
Just peaks and troughs, like, in terms of PR.
I do love that they've we discussed this before, but they've made the original Resident Evil games available on Steam. And
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3, yeah.
yeah, I don't give a fuck about 3, but I really can't wait to get 1 and 2. Like, next time I get paid, that's what I'm getting.
And they were like, they're like $20 each or something, I think. Although they were on half price till the end of the month, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, knowing how they do
might
sales, I was gonna say it wouldn't take long for them to get around the $5 to $10 range.
I
So
might have to borrow against myself then.
You might want to just take a punt while you can get them for half price. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I someone was kind enough to, because I mentioned about how I could get RoboCop the DLC standalone for under $10, and someone was nice enough to send me $10. Go ahead, get that job. Just do it now while it's
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people are worried about this, though, because, of course, there's a lot of human rights abuses that go on in Saudi Arabia. CM Punk was right when he tweeted out about blood money, and he was wrong when he apologized to him. So, selling out. But that doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, there's a game that the real G's care much more about than Pragmata, and that would be this one that's finally coming out at the same time. Same day. Mouse PI. Are you aware of this? I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the fact that it is Steam Deck verified definitely makes me
I don't know that.
quite happy.
So we were this predates the show, actually. You may remember, I think it was 22 or early 23 when Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie at least, became public domain.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So it was previously you would have got sued for copyright infringement for making a game in this graphical style, for literally trying to copy that early. I don't even think it's Fleischer. It might be Fleischer animation from Disney that was used for Steamboat Willie and things like that. But as a sort of a troll and a fuck you to Disney, of course, almost immediately multiple projects began making games and movies and animations based on Steamboat Willie, and the fact that you can absolutely put Steamboat Willie on a t-shirt and sell it, and they can't do anything about it because it is public domain. The copyright has expired. So so what you'll get here then is this. This is a great looking game, by the way. First announced immediately after the release of the copyright, and it's coming out Thursday.
8 digits, 8 shots. Could crack a safe, could mark a date. Only one way to know. Find the numbers before they find me.
Steamboat Willie.
Well, it looks sick, right? I'm gonna full screen the trailer actually, so people can get a better look at the gunplay. 2D gunplay. It really does look cool.
Beat it, Gumshoe. I'm out here building a future.
Is that Walt Disney?
Future.
Proper looks like him.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out here building a future.
A lot of people are saying it looks like that it's very reminiscent of like BioShock.
Yeah. Yeah. Say that.
And I totally see it, especially when you look at the posters and stuff on the walls. And of course, the fact that, what was the guy's name from BioShock? I can't think anymore. He himself looked like Walt Disney, so...
Oh, Atlas, yeah. Or,
the guy from the original Christ.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm drawing a blank on everything BioShock.
Is it Atlas?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Or fucking, I'm sure someone in the
I'm
chat.
talking about BioShock 1, and I'm complete... Rapture is the place. That's what I'm...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Andrew Ryan.
Yeah.
Andrew Ryan. Yeah. It looks fucking sick.
Well. Guess that just made my day.
Mouse PI for hire. So there you go, yeah. It looks pretty good.
There's something rotten at the heart of Mouseburg.
Crooks beware. Detective Pepper's in the house.
There are those who would bend the city to their will.
Dumb wise guys and fake cheese wheels.
And those who do anything to save it.
It does look weird.
They won't even know what hit them. Oh boy.
Fuck Troy Baker, woke bitch, but whatever, you know.
Here we go.
It does look really cool. I think it looks sick. And it's out the same day as Pragmata, and personally, if I had a choice, I would be picking
I
this
have
one
far
up.
more interest in this, yeah.
Actually, it's
Way
only
more.
it's less than 1,000 pesos. That's like $15. My pricing. Digital Deluxe Edition, you're looking at about $20, maybe $18. So it'll probably be.
And people wonder why is it the AAA keeps failing? It's because people are getting better value for their time and their money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It just looks really cool. I really like the way the art is done. It's very fluid animation. I love the 3D backgrounds with the 2D characters in them. It just looks really, really cool. This is definitely going to be a must play for me at some point.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NBC Express, the only shopping channel with no delays, no refunds, and no paperwork whatsoever. Today we're presenting you with a brand new line of home essentials. Don't wait too long, they're going fast. Feeling the heat? Not anymore. The Cool D's Cold Steam Applier just hit the market. Say goodbye to sticky cheese crumbs. With this portable freezer, your meat and dairy will stay preserved until the end of time.
Yeah, I think if you're a fan of BioShock or Fallout, that kind of Art Deco Nouveau, but kind of taken in its own stylized kind of form. Yeah, this is definitely a game that should pique your interest.
Rufus says Andrew Ryan, by the way. Yeah, I managed to Google it in time, but thank you anyway, Rufus.
Hot off the press, a must-have for every modern household. Introducing Clean D's Automatic Turpentine Cleanser.
Oh, sweet, it's turpentine because they're cartoons. Just like Roger Rabbit. That was brutal what you did to that shoe, never forget.
Automatic Turpentine Cleanser. You wipe, swipe, clean, and shine every inch of your front yard.
Clean D's nuts.
Stock available. Tired of feeling invisible? Grab yourself a brand new Mind D's self-aware attitude changer. Without device at hand, making friends becomes mind-blowingly easy. You don't need to strain your brain. Mind D will do the thinking for you. Don't think, order before you come in.
Mind D will do the thinking for you.
Yeah, this is great. This looks so good. It's so good. Proper like 1940s, 1950s, 1930s like titles wiping up on the screen.
That big I can see myself playing the Mank score while playing this game also at times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh Oh shit, Toasty dropped out while we were off screen.
Yeah,
Sorry,
she got mom
Toasty.
stuff.
Well,
No
thank you
worries.
very much for popping in anyway, dear.
While you're still looking through these, I will pop away before we get to Ham Planet. I'll be right back.
All right. And then you got the original trailer, I think. Who made this? Who made games? What does Only Have Eyes for You? The song.
A lead. What more could a mouse detective want?
It's clearly upgraded quite considerably since this was announced. The gameplay still looks the
Eureka!
same,
This is a real mouse changer.
and the voice acting.
This is going to be fun.
Interesting.
Time to play detective and connect the dots. Looks like we just hit the jackpot.
Ha! Arriving in 2025 originally. Well, there you go. It got delayed, I guess, but it is looking really good. It is looking really good. I'm really happy with this. I think it looks sick. So there you go. There's that. And finally, we got to get to this particular silly story. Oh, no, wait. We got this one. Dev behind busted GTA 4-like Steam release puts out apology letter.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, a lot of people were wondering if they meant 4, or if they just couldn't spell. But open world action game Samson arrived on Steam to mixed reviews and a lot of complaints about bugs and broken animations. In response, so it was a game that was supposed to be like a Grand Theft Auto clone.
Yeah.
But it didn't work very well.
To be fair, like they're not charging like $70 on this thing, so seems like
it looks cheap.
small independent company, doing what they can.
Yeah, I was just curious. Early impressions are mixed, and many are experiencing game-breaking bugs and performance issues. Said Sundberg. That's where is he? Christopher Sundberg, who also helped create the Just Cause franchise. Says that's unacceptable. We're listening to everyone's feedback, hard at work to deliver the game we spent years of our lives developing. Launching a game is a ton of work, and I'm proud of the effort our team has put into seeing Samson from its initial concept through release. So if you've bought Samson and you're having trouble, watch out. Looks like they are going to try to make it better than it was originally. This looks terrible. Like awful.
Some issues.
This is like Ubisoft level. In fact, it's worse. I don't say that lightly. Terrible. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, there you go. There's potentially a thing. That's some news. But when it comes to GTA, we've got this story here. Yeah, goddamn, we are running up the clock. Maybe we'll have to wait for Hambly. Might have to just save it for Thursday because time is ticking, and I've got shit I've got to do. I've got videos to make. But yeah, maybe we'll just do this then and wrap it up.
Cool.
I guess we can have a laugh about a couple of things. Actually, yeah, we'll look at the tabs I've got, but we won't go into the Kino Casino episode. I'll save that for Thursday. GTA maker Rockstar Games was hacked again. That's right.
Yep.
Downplaying the impact, but it actually, before anyone says anything, because I know the chat, I've seen like 3 people stream about this, and always the chat are like, they didn't hack the game, they just hacked the financials. Yeah, okay. So I'm well aware of that. Don't worry. No need to type that in the chat. They were hacked for the second time in 3 years. Data breach affecting the game giant was reported on Cybersecurity News. Basically, what happened was they said that they were going to publish a lot of their financials if they didn't pay them, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, this thing's $1 million answer or some shit.
Rockstar, of course, told them to go fuck themselves. And so they did, in fact, leak the info.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because we can see the kinds of money that they are able to make. I just need to wait a second. Give me a second. I got to turn off my VPN. It might fuck with me a second.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it could very well kick him out. But yeah, I mean, this is one of those things where it's kind of bringing something, just confirmation of stuff that we, in many ways, already knew through the revelation of the information. I mean, shark cards became the whole industry. That's the reason why we never got a DLC proper for GTA 6, and all their creativity efforts went to GTA Online because they realized that it was just a non-stop money wheel day in and day out. So.
War Wizard. But Will, they just hacked the financials. Really? Anyway, I'm more interested in the financials right now than the fucking game anyway, so that works for me fine. Here we can see, let's zoom in a bit. For the interested, Red Dead Online versus GTA Online. You can see average weekly revenue for Red Dead Online, $507,000.
Yeah.
$26 million per year. For GTA Online from September 2025, excuse me, to September to now, average weekly revenue $9.5 million, daily revenue $1.3 million, annualized estimate $498 million a year.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Shark Card's $1 billion industry, dude.
Yeah.
I guess half $1 billion, but yeah.
Yeah. What is the market cap, if you like, of Rockstar? The general value. Well, the stock price is 206 USD.
Yeah.
Let's see. The total worth of Rockstar, 35 billion.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking hell. $500 million a year. That's crazy. Still nowhere near the richest companies in the world, of course. They're all in the trillions, but there you go.
But when you consider that this is for digital currency, you know.
Yeah. There's people buying shark cards, yeah.
Right. Just merely a matter of
ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
Just buying quite literally, tokens. They're being tokenized.
Yeah. Crazy. Anyway. There we go. So, let's have a look at the GTA revenue by stream. Oh my. Shark cards. Average per week, 7,328,000. $974,000 a day.
Okay, now.
Almost $1 million a day on shark cards.
Yeah.
That's crazy. GTA Plus memberships, 344,000 a day.
Yeah.
Total.
And that's right around $10 for your
It's crazy.
membership.
$1.3 million a day.
Yeah.
That's just GTA Online, by the way.
Right.
Player activity, active users, 10 million GTA Online. Average new users, 464,000. RDO, almost 1 million. active users. Minimum active users, nearly 7 million people playing. Maximum active users, 15,500,000 by week. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto Online has got 4 times the player count of World of Warcraft at its peak. That's crazy. Well, 3.5 times, but yeah. PS5, yeah, no surprise. PS5 is the #1 platform for playing GTA. It doesn't. This makes sense.
It's one of the few things PS5 actually does.
It was PS4.
Yeah.
And now it's PS5, which explains why people are buying PS5s, because they're still playing GTA Online on it. A game that came out on the PS3.
Yep, and because you can't
even
transfer that data to a PC, you're kind of locked in that
3.5
network.
million weekly active users playing Grand Theft Auto Online on PS5, a 2-generation-old game.
Funny enough, though, I used my PS5 to play Final Fantasy 14, which also came out on PS3.
Well, I used my PC to play it, but I guess my PC is a PS5, so yeah. I don't even play FF14 anymore, though, because honestly, I just couldn't be bothered to run through the story, and I couldn't be bothered to play and pay a monthly fee unless it's a group activity at this point. I'll come back to FF14 as and when we manage to develop a community among us that wants to play together, and then I'll be very happy.
Yeah, so
And
some
of
of
course,
us have
that
been
community
trying to
will
put
all
that
have to
together.
migrate to one server, and there's all that bullshit, you know.
Well, this is the idea that I put forward to Zelosi, is that we should actually like start again with new characters, and
Oh my God.
like, actually do it all together as a team.
Holy shit! All right, I call tank.
Well, I'll be healer because that's the only thing I can fucking do.
Fair enough. Then we have an easy time making parties.
I'll be in the chat because I'm.
We really have to start again. Holy shit! That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. I suppose
I don't
it
have
will
that
work.
kind
I
of
suppose-
commitment.
I suppose there's benefits to it.
I'll let you guys do it.
Just got to decide the DC. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. The Asian data centers are not as busy. They add more all the time, so it might be better to just play in Asia. There's less douchebags in the West there as well, but maybe. It doesn't make any fucking difference anymore anyway. They've got so many fucking servers you can connect from anywhere and never get any goddamn lag. But there you go. Anyway, or America, I suppose, maybe, but we'll see. I'd be up for that. I'd definitely be up for that. And make a John, you gotta get it too. You got to join us too.
Oh, come on.
Just choose Lancer. You'll like it. It's easy. You become a dragoon.
Yeah, like, if nearly everybody that I meet online and end up playing with plays Dragoon.
I started with Lancer. Yeah, because I was too afraid to tank or heal at the first because I didn't know the game. I wanted to run as DPS for a while till I got the hang of the game, and then I just carried on. I think my first actual tanking class was Dark Knight, which is still my favorite. So there we go. Anyway, I'll definitely tank though. I can run Paladin easily. So
yeah, I can't tank because I get lost. I have to follow the bank and throw heal spells.
I can easily tank, no problem. In fact, I'd rather tank than anything else in that game. I love it. It's my favorite. So there we go. Anyway, Zolosi's an all-rounder. Sounds good. Good thing is the NA servers can guest on the Oceanic servers. Okay, well then maybe we should just do that then. Cool. But anyway, now I just want to play Final Fantasy 14. Fuck you guys. But yeah, we probably should start again. Yeah. Okay, so PC only gets 1 million. Not even that. 900,000. So that explains why they don't let you move from PlayStation to PC. Although I guarantee you, if they did, they'd probably still bring in the same fucking revenue just from PC instead of PlayStation.
Oh, probably more so. Quite honest, I don't play GTA Online anymore because I can't migrate.
That's why I don't.
My account.
because I can't be bothered to set up my PS4. But there we go. Anyway, GTA Online top countries from total bookings: United States 153 million, UK 25 million, Germany 15 million. That's interesting. Australia 9 million, France 9 million, Canada 8.5, Netherlands 4.5, Switzerland nearly 4, Italy 3.5, Spain 2.7, nearly 3. So just Europe, basically. Europe and the Americas. Well, not the Americas. America and Canada. That is fucking crazy. The amount of money, though, is actually staggering. That's actually
James does have a good
staggering.
point, though, that most people that do play on PC play on private servers these days than the actual,
That's true. That's true.
online environment.
Yeah. That is true. Oh, well, there we go. Anyway, yeah, there we go. That's interesting, and they got fucked. All right, last thing then. Let's close down some of these tabs. So much news to catch up with this week. That's why the show's been so long. We've got some quartering stuff, a little bit of quartering stuff, and it's well, let's start with me, I suppose. I reposted a video that has been flagged down. It was Mad at the Internet, which I watched. I was watching this yesterday, by the way. This is this is Josh Moon. This is the owner of Kiwi Farms. He has a YouTube channel called Mad at the Internet, or Matty. And this video was really cool. It was really fun, and it's been flagged down. Yeah.
Great.
Smash JT has this one. Breaking/update. The quartering claims to show proof he did not flag Kino Casino while via any of his channel's report feature, but, and this is the thing, this is why I'm kind of surprised that it took everyone this long to get to this, because this is the thing I said from the start. I never accused him of flagging.
Right.
Ever. It was obvious what he did from the get-go.
Yeah.
No one thinks, like, okay, Jeremy, first of all, by the way, everyone saw the fucking shot, right? In his, we looked at it on whatever day it was.
Sunday.
Yeah, when we
Saturday.
Saturday or Sunday before Red Dwarf. That's
Sunday,
right.
yeah.
We looked at it on Sunday before Red Dwarf, where everyone caught him red-handed with the email in his Gmail saying, "Thank you for your report," which is an email heading that you can only get by flagging down other content creators.
Right.
By the way, if you're enjoying the show, how about dropping some memberships? Thank you very much. We got a lot of ground to catch up on dead streams this week. Last week, I mean. So there we go. Nobody's actually interested in the truth. Sigh. Nobody's actually interested in the truth, so I don't know why I bother, because these psychos will just move the goalpost. But again, no, Jeremy, we won't move the goalpost. What we want is proof. We want proof that you didn't do it. Very simple. Proof that you didn't take down the casino channel. And yes, that does mean you will have to provide us with your phone records. And if you want to get away with it, then you are going to have to actually fucking provide that shit. Because we all, and I mean all, believe that you did this. Because there's no fucking way that 2 channels get taken down in 5 minutes without a single strike. One of which was just reinstated for ban evasion. Are you kidding?
It hasn't even been utilized in the time since it was reinstated. Yeah.
In 6 months. Not a thing. No.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and share your
statements.
flag history all you want, by the way, but no one cares. What about your other one? Okay, here's the live channel. Well, what about MTG headquarters? What about Unsleeved Media? That's the one you still haven't shared. Yeah,
Yeah.
And of course, we've got this evidence right here. Josh, can we agree I can take their kick on YouTube, right? We did this on the original Hambly stream last Thursday.
Yep.
If I actually wanted to, they'd be deplatformed outside of DLive in a week. I don't want that. I just want them to leave my family alone. They did leave your family alone, Jeremy. Maybe you should leave your family alone. I don't care how many Jeremy is a cuck videos they put out. Well, yeah, it's probably because you are a cuck. Oh, and by the way, just a little treat for Thursday. Before we get to Thursday, I watched Kino Casino earlier on, and I've been watching the internet, digging up old episodes of the Count Dankula podcast, which was him Bearing, who I like very much, and a quartering. And what were they talking about? Well, mostly sex and shit and things like that. It turns out, or at least it appears to, and I haven't definitely verified all of this yet, but I will go back and watch it all myself. All these clips are available, and I'll be starting to archive, by the way. I'm going to be starting to archive a lot of stuff that's not mine because of the flagging. I'll let you know as and when I have begun that. But, and I don't know if I'll tell anybody that I'm doing it at all. But, yes, Bearing, the Aussie guy, yeah. Bearing and his wife, Sugar Tits. Great YouTubers, by the way, both of them, and they're fucking hilarious. You should definitely be watching them. Anyway, they've been around for a long time, and it was Quartering, Dankula, and Bearing, and they're all on a podcast together, and such revelations came out as Quartering liking to do sex with his wife Amazon style. If you're not sure what that is, I think I can probably share a very rudimentary picture of it.
Indeed.
The blue one's the woman.
Yep.
So that would be where the man's on his back with his legs up, and I guess poking it through the middle.
Yeah, that's
so the woman can sit on top and take the dominant role.
Yeah, and you know, that's just a half step away from some forms of pegging where both people
basically
are
it's the pegging position from what I've been told. Yeah, I don't know. This all came up on the Kino Casino earlier on, so I was watching that.
Yeah,
I was actually falling asleep at the time. The last thing I did before I fell asleep was open my phone to look up the Amazon position because I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
So there we go. Jen asks, "How do you know?" Well, I've just told you. So that's
I know because I used to work at a porn shop. It's a half step away from like I say, it's half step away from pegging. There's quite pegitration is like
some women are kind of into that stuff, like where they want you to put your legs up in the air. But yeah, that's usually an oral thing, not a sex thing. I've never heard of anyone having sex in that position. That's bizarre to me. I don't know why you would want that.
They say it's a half step from pegging.
It's a femdom thing, obviously.
Yeah.
And then there was also the revelation that the Quartering had a threesome when he was young with 2 men. Hey! There we go. So there we go. You meant the bubble people? Oh, how did I know the bubble people? Because they use the same diagram on the show. And that's why I knew where to find it. Yes, with 2 other men, yeah. Although there was I was falling asleep at the time, and there was also some instance of a man and a woman too. So I wondered about that, but apparently he said it was 2 guys. And I'm not sure if they just made that up themselves as kayfabe or not. But there is a chance, and I'm not sure yet, so I'm not sure, a chance that he had a threesome with 2 guys. I'm not sure. Apparently they high-fived to change positions. I don't know. I don't 100% know at this point. But it's possible that he's gay. Which, and I just want to bring this up again ahead of Thursday. We'll get into all this more on Thursday. Because wanker of the week.
Indeed.
And it might, I hope not, but it might end up just being another whole Quartering show. I don't know. But it's just the time at the moment. Everyone else, it's funny, all the lolcows, they're being really quiet lately.
Yes.
You know? There's not
well,
even
I mean,
I'm checking the channels that cover them. I'm checking DSP, I'm checking iDubbbz, I'm checking Hassan. You know, all the channels that cover their fuck ups, they don't seem to have a lot to talk about this week. It's funny. But anyway. No, not Eiffel Towering. Eiffel Towering is when there's 2 guys who spit roast a woman and high five in the middle. Yeah. It's also known as a devil's triangle or whatever you want to call it. I don't know from experience. I've only ever, well, with let's just say more than 1 woman. I'm not going down that rabbit hole of how many women again. But there you go. That's the devil's triangle. Anyway. The point is, Yeah, there's also a tweet that came out. I don't think I've got a screenshot of this one, but we'll get to it. Where somebody screenshotted Mrs. Hambly saying that he likes it up the arse and he likes to get pegged. She might have been joking, but she tweeted it. So we don't know. He's disavowed all of this, of course. But then he did say, literally his voice saying it, and this is why it's going to be a long Thursday, because there's hours of stuff to go over again. But don't you think, right, if a guy really did like doing it with other men, that might explain why he's so okay with this bull character, Adam Sellers, right? Why nothing said about his wife has actually really triggered him. And yet, as soon as the bull came into it, as soon as Adam Sellers was noticed, named, shamed, and outed, and as soon as his criminal history was added too, suddenly the quartering's taking stuff down. Is it possible that he's in love with the bull? It would explain why he doesn't have any children. Might explain why he doesn't have any children. Is he gay? It might explain why he's spurging out so much. Why he's so feminine coded. The flaggatry.
Jeremy Ham gay.
I'm just saying, guys, speculate, please, discuss. Does any of this seem to line up?
I mean, it certainly does seem like there's a little bit of sizzle in the skillet.
He's a little light in the loafers, you mean?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I
I've
don't
always
know.
said that there's no smoke without fire.
Are you saying he's flaming?
Well,
I am, yes.
Of course, when I was talking about, like, you know,
Allegedly,
the sizzle in the skillet, of course, yeah, I'm talking about, you know, greasy sausage. You know, he's a fan of.
Look, I don't care if somebody's gay.
Yeah.
I don't
Not
care.
sure.
What I care about is if you profess to be the exact opposite and pretend to be holier than thou.
Right.
And what I really care about is the number of times this motherfucker has gone on record on his videos shouting out shit about free speech and you shouldn't flag people.
Right.
Anyway, we know about this already, but Flash and many other YouTubers, and apparently, according to Kino Casino, some very big YouTubers, and we're talking millions of subs, so bigger than Nerdrotic, bigger than Critical Drinker, possibly both of them included, but I don't know, and even bigger than them, are looking into how the fuck this happened and how the fuck it could happen. But there we go. In the we obviously got the moment that everybody caught him with the thank you for your report. We saw that already. Yep. And we also
look,
got...
he's managed to get both of his screens onto one shot.
I know, isn't that clever, right? What a clever boy. How you doing? Look at you, Jeremy. Look at you. Look at you. Look, I can do it too. Look, just like that. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah.
Of course, inevitably, when he fixes
I have
one...
it already set up, Jeremy. Why don't you? You know?
Right. when he inevitably finally resolves temporarily one technical issue, he goes and makes an even bigger glaring revelation.
Oh, it's glorious, man. So far, his search history has yielded forced Reddit cream pie or Reddit forced cream pie, cuck porn, and and also there was a shot in one of the Bearing Dank podcasts where we saw his porn folder on his desktop,
right?
And it looked like there was a black dude in it. Not that I think there's anything wrong with people mixing races. Of course, I'm married to a lovely brown lady.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just saying, it's not being gay. I don't care about that. Why would I care about that? I have people watching this channel who are gay. There were people in the chat today who are gay, you know, and I don't care about that at all.
Well, that's what I mentioned the other day. You know, it's like for somebody who gets into this dual life kind of insanity, they have this thing called incognito mode.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps, maybe, when you're not like in need. I mean, This is such a fucking skill issue at this point.
It's so bonkers, isn't it? Your tech your tech support 20-year internet using free speech advocate fucking OBS show presenting YouTuber, sir. You know? By the way, I can't bring it up because for some reason the chat hasn't updated for me for the last half hour. John, but could you bring up the super chat that just came in?
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Thanks, man.
My mouse working. There we are.
Thank you, UFO Mega, for $2. Says maybe Ham believes in grabbing the bull by the horn.
The third horn.
Thanks, buddy. All right. There we go. A lot of super chats today. Thank you very much. No memberships. That's interesting. But there we go. All right. Last but not least, or not least, but not last. The quartering is now flagging down clip channels. Issa Clips, if you're not sure on this channel, this is a channel that has been around for quite a while. She's been active on YouTube for at least a couple of years, 3, 4 maybe years, where she posts clips of people fucking up. Basically, that's it. She's one of those channels that provides channels like mine with the stuff we need to cover the stuff we want to. Yeah.
Awesome.
So there's clips here from almost every fucking show. She was flagged for one clip and only one, and it was the one that mentioned the bull.
Imagine.
Oh, really? That seems really like, what's the word? Like something of a coincidence. Just I mean, don't call me a conspiracy theorist or paranoid or anything, but that sounds a little odd.
Indeed.
It certainly does, doesn't it? It certainly does.
Yes.
And I'm
Something
getting
else that's
hello,
odd.
motherfucker, in my ear over and over and over again because I turned on sounds for prompts on my Streamlabs, which means someone has gifted 5 memberships.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I still can't bring it up on screen.
yeah,
so
that's
can
what I
you
was
do
going
it?
to do. I was going to say, speaking of odd things, we got
Yeah,
an
it'd be
odd number
lovely.
of new members here.
Yes, thank you very much to Zelosi, Grifton, and Giftin 5 for the Princesses of the Fans. Join the Grift Force, baby!
Help me create the future of the white race.
Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you. You're awesome. That's amazing. You're all fucking fantastic. Thank you so much. And yeah, that's great. There's if you go back to the start, you will see that there was a challenge today to gift $150. And if you do, I have a new clip for you. Anyway, the clip is very nice, very, very booby-rific, and champagne.
You'll be corking off almost as much as the girls are.
Indeed. So there we go. Anyway, obviously the usual clips of 5s, 10s, 20s, etc. all still stand, but there we go. So yes, the quartering is now flagging down clip channels. Issa Clips just received a community guideline strike for harassment and cyberbullying. Can we all just go and get rid of the concepts of harassment and cyberbullying forever? Like, what is cyberbullying?
Oh, it's
A euphemistic bullshit phrase that means nothing.
I mean, I can imagine if it was like 5,000 fucking accounts telling Hambly's Twitter account, you're gay, you're a cuck, fuck you, we're going to come to your house in Minecraft, you know, stuff like
it's
that.
Alex Belfield being in prison for sending a nasty message to someone who was actually nasty to him in the first place. It's absolute fucking bullshittery.
Right? Because, I mean, at the end of the day...
It makes me fucking mad. It really does.
What's wrong with clipping and archiving shit that people have said that's embarrassing? Nothing.
Cyberbullying, to use someone's
You said it.
right words,
You know?
and things that they said, openly at one point in time, and now are being reframed based on the circumstance, now having an issue with it, it's like you signed off on it. You said it.
Let's say you're in high school, right? And one of your mates goes, or some guy that you know is talking, and you overhear him talking to someone, and he goes that he shagged a bloke, right? And you go, holy shit, this motherfucker just said he shagged a dude. Oh my God. Because of course, if you're a person who wants to do that and you don't like the guy already, then you might do that. And then everyone goes, oh shit, what? He said what? Is that bullying?
No. No, it's just
No,
repeating
it's
the
just-
fact.
I mean, if he really, really didn't want people to know, he probably shouldn't have said it in the public.
Yeah.
In
Right.
the earshot of
Right.
people. So there you go. So there's no such thing as cyberbullying. It's actual bullshit. Did you just say the UK had the police responding to a complaint about his gamer tag? Did I see a guy had a complaint about his gamer tag? Fuck's sake, I thought they were doing away with this shit. I didn't know that, but that is totally believable. So yeah,
On
so
brand.
she got tagged for harassment and cyberbullying.
That Hambly has known.
Hmm?
And what kind of amplified this message that I'm at
Sorry.
the time. And during the time that Hambly has known him, he has also posted on a lot of hot wife subreddits, apparently,
Yeah.
based off what records we have.
This is Josh Moon's voice, by the way, under at Kiwi Farms.
And he's very active in the cuckolding scenario as the other man. And in fact, he actually participates, apparently, in bisexual cuckolding, where he will assist in or allow... from the perspective of a bull during the time that Hambly has known him. And what kind of amplified this message that he was in a relation or he had a bull was...
So this is part of the Mad at the Internet video that I was watching all of yesterday. The one that has,
Right.
of course, been
Been
flagged
delisted,
down.
yeah.
Yeah, this one. And, of course, Alyssa Clips doing her job, archived it, uploaded it again. It's been fucking flagged. I mean, the thing is, she'll appeal it. She'll probably win. But if it disappears again... And the worst part about all of this, of course, is the fact that Jeremy Hambly, the free speech warrior, is creating a culture that galvanizes people to continue with flagging campaigns. We're already seeing it. Unfortunately, someone that I stayed on the fence about for a very long time, Ethan Van Sciver, has begun advocating for flagging. And only the old school sectorites will remember this name, but Teddy Feezer, who is an America First guy, who flagged down everybody, and got everybody banned and reported on Twitter back in the day. A complete flaggot is now flagging content on a channel called Kino Casino Classics, which happens to have the complete Feezer files. And yeah. So he's flagging them down too. So this is just literally... Smash has been busy doing bull videos. I know. I haven't clipped my content. I've done lots of streams at this point, half a dozen streams about this topic. Some of them with the boys, some of them on my own. And one in particular that was just like 5 hours of Hambly. Well, a little bit of Hassan. And yeah, I should clip them, but I just really don't have time. I wish I did. I'll try to, because we do have a Will of the Fans Clips channel that needs... it really needs someone to run it, If someone could run it and I would share the revenue with them, that would be the best. But it's, literally getting off the ground at the moment, so I've got to do it myself.
Right. Depending on how these things kind of play out, I might have to stop calling her mac and cheese. I might have to just start referring to Melanie as a flag hag.
Well, a lot of people are calling her Melonless Mac now.
Right.
Because
That works too.
because she was shut down by Hambly trying to defend himself against the accusations of trying to shag her because he said he doesn't like small-titted women.
Right.
So now they're calling her Melonless Mac.
Yeah.
She's melonless,
Yeah. Melanie's just his flag hag,
Yeah.
He's the flaggot.
Oh, dude, the video she put out was so bad. It was so bad. She didn't address anything. And she just said, he's my friend. He's my friend. And he's not he gave his life to Christ. beast, and it's like, shut the fuck up, you grifter. Oh my god.
But he put his dick somewhere else. And
Yeah.
and more
He
important,
gave his life
let
to Christ,
somebody
and
else-
he gave his cock to his fucking bull.
Yeah.
Or his wife's
And he gave his
vaginas.
bull's cock to his wife.
Allegedly, we don't know.
Allegedly. You know.
But what we do know is that
in the
what we do
Sims
know
4,
is, as PPP says, you get the most flack when you're directly above the target.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, if this isn't flack, then what the fuck is? So we'll finish off with this. This is a new song. Or it's not a new song, but it's a new version of the song from Songs in the Key of CWC. That would be the person responsible for the cover of Thrift Shop with Jeremy, Grift Shop. This one's called The Alphabet of My Poo.
A is for the anus that I poop from. B is for the butt I like to sit upon. C is for the constipation every day. D's diarrhea makes it go away. E's for excrete, which I do all the time. F's for the farting that just feels sublime. G's for the gas. H for humongous ass. This is the alphabet of my poo. I's for the indigestion that I chant. J's for the joy when I just shit my pants. K's for the kids I dropped off at the pool. L's for the large intestines full of stool. M's for the massive dump that I just did. N's for the nasty smell that went with it. O's for the O-ring, and well, P is what's now flowing. This is the alphabet of my poo. Q's for the quartering who passes gas. R's for the rush I get when I dump ass. S is for the soiling of my pants and such. T's for the toilet that I love so much. U's for the underwear that I just shat. V's for the virus that I get from that. W's for the we, and oh well, screw X, Y, and Z. This is the alphabet of my poo.
I love the fact that you totally dropped one there.
Yeah, baby. There you go. So that I just thought would tie us off nicely today as we wrap up the show. Glorious.
Drop it while
by
it's
the way,
hot and steaming.
100% go and check out Songs in the Key of CWC. If the name doesn't make sense, it's the initials of Chris Chan and also the original name of Kiwi Farms. So that's where that came from.
I get a lot of their songs coming through on my X feed. They're really funny.
Oh, they're great. Yeah, I love this shit, man. That channel is I have enormous respect for that guy as someone who makes songs and music videos online myself. So
yeah. Although you did just do a Hamblyism, you know, I'm sure he oftentimes says throughout the week, "I love this shit," while he's sitting on the throne.
Well, he probably means it literally. So,
right? Yes, I know.
Yeah, let's know to be so anal, John.
There we go. All right, we have a quick question to ask Le Chat, and that question is very simple. Whose boobs are we playing today? Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid series, Street Fighter, Amelia, or the OG with you girls, Nami, Tifa, Android 18, Claire Redford, Eve. Yeah. So let me know. And also, how was your weekend? Oh, that son of a bitch. He was on a stream today. He did his Monday show. Sorry, yesterday. And he wrote, and he literally stopped and just said, "How was everybody's weekend?" And he said it the most confidently and like cleanly that he's ever said it.
Right.
It was like a perfect clean soundbite of it, which I kind of want to take and make into a soundbite. But I was just like, "You son of a bitch," when I was watching that, because, you know, obviously it's his catchphrase when he fails to be of any use as an orator, as a presenter, you know. But then there's the fact that he normally is like, "How's everybody going? How's everybody's weekend?"
Right.
You know. Whereas this time he just sat there and went, "How was everybody's weekend?"
Probably thought he was being witty.
Well, it's no different than the cards thing with "You're Kind of a Big Deal" and chips and stuff that he posted. There is, in fact, a glorious fucking post from Brittany Venti listing all of this, like a TLDR kind of thing, where you can... I'm not going to get into it now, but I'm just going to make sure I'm securing it for later. But Brittany Venti, she did, in fact, tweet out a whole bunch of the reasons why nobody likes the quartering anymore. And it was like a nice, detailed, point-by-point breakdown of everything, basically, from pre this to current day. And it's glorious, and I got to fucking find it.
We should do this as a bingo card.
The quartering bingo? Maybe Thursday. Maybe we can make a quartering bingo card. I've done bingo before on lots of my videos. I've done SJW bingo. And proven that people are social justice warriors before. So, Amelia in the chat. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe we can do quartering bingo on Thursday. Yeah, maybe. It's starting to look, unfortunately, like it will be just another fucking quartering show. I'll see if there's anything worth looking at from Hassan or iDubbbz or any of them and squeeze one in too. But as it stands right now, like, Wanker of the Week is like sort of temporarily in this strange gauntlet where one guy has sort of thrown down against all other challengers, and he's just standing there, and he's taking a shitload of fucking speed and steroids and shit, and just pulled out like 2 chainsaws, and he's like, "Come on!" You know?
It's WCW era Goldberg. There's
you know what I mean? Yeah, he's just Goldberg maxing, exactly. So
maybe we can turn the narrative on its head and give DSP a pity vote.
I guess we could give DSP a pity vote, but at this point, Hambly has gained himself 60 points in the last week of Wanker of the Week, which means no one's touching him for the rest of the year unless he actually stops or his channel's taken down.
Right.
Or I mean, at this point, Hassan Piker will have to actually bomb a building in Minecraft or something for him to become Wanker of the Year over Hambly. You know?
Right. And to think it only took him a quarter of the year.
Only took him. True story, baby. True story. All right, we're wrapping this fucker up today, and we'll take you out with Amelia. But before we do, let's do some outros. Rhoda, what's coming up for you?
We're going to have a particularly interesting episode of Shark Ghost tomorrow night. Hopefully...
You've got to cover this. You've got to get some quartering in there. It's the hottest thing in the world right now. You want viewers?
Okay. Well, maybe I'll try and add that in. We do reacts to Lefties losing it on Rita Panati show.
Quartering is a right-wing SJW.
Do not look at it ahead of time, so we actually react genuinely. But I've seen the thumbnails, and it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a doozy. Plus, me and Sardoc have got our own Lefty Losing It to tell everybody about who we encountered on Saturday night. So, I actually in a bar in the town of Redacted. So,
Apparently I
looking
forgot to
forward
beg.
that.
Please, somebody drop $50 in the next 5 minutes so I can show you the new clip. There you
Yeah,
go.
drop $50 to make me shut up.
No, it's cool. It was just I was being reminded in chat that I forgot to beg today. Well, there was a reason for that. But
Yeah,
there you go.
well.
Anyway, Rhoda, carry on, mate. Sorry.
Yeah. No, apart from that, obviously, the usual week at the moment. See you guys on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and Noises guys on Mondays and Thursdays, and my show on Wednesdays and Fridays, and gaming streams when me and Zardoc can both fit them in. Apart from that, just thanks for having us. And this has been an absolute riot, actually. This has been the most fun stream we've had for
Little while.
quite
yeah.
a few days. Yeah.
That's
Uh,
actually a really great compliment, by the way. Thank you. A few days. That's really a high compliment. Like, it's only a few days. You're only ever a few days away from having a fucking great laugh watching us. So thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's true. So yeah, I'm working on getting my own videos recorded and out. I've got plenty of subject matter to cover, so it's just me learning to use the software now, and then shit will be flying out of my channel at a pace. So yeah, apart from that, thanks everyone for coming. Thanks especially everyone who donated, and I will see you very, very soon on one of a set of 3 channels. If you can't be good, be careful.
Thank you. Just before we go any further, and sorry I keep going off camera today. My baldy burned out bonce is flaking now. It's only taken a couple of days. I'm constantly having to scratch my head, and all the skin just comes fluttering down. It's fucking grim. But oh well, whatever. My little girl's had an unbelievably great time, especially Little Princess 2, who we put in a rubber ring with a little roof over it, like the Flintstones car.
Oh wow!
I couldn't believe it. I said at the time, I was like, "Has anybody here ever seen the Flintstones?" And the Filipinos, they were like, my family, they were like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "It looks like the Flintstones car. We just need to put a side of ribs on it, and she's good, you know." But yeah, so she was in there, and she splash, kicking her feet and stuff. So it was well worth it. But that's why I keep going off camera. I have one last thing I forgot to show you guys, and it's this. This is my reworked the quartering logo. You will find, if you follow me on X at Will of the Fans, of course, that this is a recent post, many recent posts. I spammed it, responding to a lot of different people, because I wanted to go do the rounds. So if you find this on X, please share it, because I want this to be the new quartering logo. Very much so. Yeah. So there we go. Also, if he were to flag down any of my shit, I mean, he'd have to be really lucky, because I set everything to unlisted as soon as we've finished. So I might leave this one up for a little while though. But if that little piece of shit wants to come and take down the channel with only 12,000 subs, then there'll be hell to pay. But there we go. All right, guys. Have a good time. And John, what's going on?
Let's see. Well, of course, this evening, it's Tuesday night, so we'll be having a Taco Tuesday with Toasty, with a guest. That starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can always find Toasty and I there starting at 8 p.m. on her channel throughout the week, Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Of course, we do our thing here Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. At least that's when we attempt for, when everything's working right. Of course, thank you everybody who's been hanging out here with us today for last 3.5 hours. Start your day out. We do appreciate it. Well, I start/end your day. We're a worldwide audience, so wherever you're at, appropriately apply. Yeah, thank you so much, whether you've been here from the beginning or joined in along the way. We do greatly appreciate all the kindness of your time, your donations, the likes, follows, shares, all the things that you do around here is greatly appreciated. Of course, hanging out with you two is always a blast. And then, of course, also, before I forget to mention, Saturdays, I also do a show at 11 a.m. Over on Honey Badger Arcade's channel called The Weekend Culture. But otherwise, it's just been a fun-filled day. Can't wait to get back in here to get into the depths of, the hambliness that will come to light probably by Thursday. Definitely if you guys got nothing going on this evening and you're a fan of Toasty, check out her channel. I'll be there too. But of course, with that said, y'all have a wonderful week going forward. Safe travels ahead. Awesome as always.
Lovely. I'm going to get back to Crimson Desert soon, for sure. And eventually I'm going to put together the mother of all compilations of Jeremy stuff, and I'm going to make probably a 20-minute recap video about all of it, as concisely as I possibly can, kind of a TLDR of the whole thing, if I can. It's going to be tough. I'm going to try and do it this week. But I'm not prioritizing videos at the moment because I just don't have time. It just is, it's a lot, and I need to be looking for work to supplement my income. So sorry about that if there's less of me around, but I'll try to post from time to time. Other than that, streams every day. This one we did at 11. I'm going to try and make them all a bit more like this now. I'm going to try it. Go back to the other time for hyperdrive time. So that'll be tomorrow, ideally at the same time as this, to see if that works better for people who do want to watch. And thank you so much for supporting the channel today. It really means a lot. Eagle Eye 6486, Rosie, thank you so much for dropping 100 right out the start. Fucking legend. Sardoc, of course, multiple times, James OP as well, UAF Omega, and Zalosi. Thank you all very, very much indeed. It really makes a difference. I'm literally about like 25% to the month at the moment, and we're halfway through, which is, so thank you very much. I fucking hate begging. I fucking hate it. But I don't know what the hell's happened to everybody who used to come and support every stream. Like the vast majority of them have vanished, so I don't know where they've gone, but thank you to the people who remain. I really appreciate you. I'm going to go check my kids are okay and don't need milk, but I don't think they even have feedings in the night anymore. I told my wife to stop that a while ago. But I'll check they're all asleep. I'll probably fire up Crimson Desert. I might even pop back in for a little stream somewhere in the background if you are not watching someone else. I don't recommend you watch me if the others are streaming. Go watch them. But if you want to, you can check me out as well. Other than that, have a great rest of your day, whatever time it is, and I will catch you on the next one. We will take you out with Amelia's Booba video, as requested. By far the most popular we have. Weird though. I'm personally, I prefer the Street Fighter, and I feel bad for Metal Gear. Why doesn't anyone ever want Metal Gear? But hey, it's Amelia.
I always
again.
want Metal Gear, but that's.
Metal
I
Gear's
think
great.
maybe I think
maybe
there's
the song is such a banger. I don't know.
Blame John.
Well, yeah,
I wouldn't endorse
Amelia.
it.
Amelia is the best song.
sorry,
I
John.
think, maybe.
It's Amelia, and B, it's the song as well.
Hey, we're only 6 months
is
away
the
from
song
fucking
as well.
Halloween, so pretty soon I'm gonna have to come up with some.
right.
I'm gonna have to play them again. Although I might redo the Halloween one a bit because there's a lot I could improve about it now. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, what I will say is thank you very much. Take care, spiky hair. Fuck Disney. Fuck Nintendo. Fuck the quartering. And fuck you if you like the quartering and support him. Fuck flagging. The Boys of the Fans will be back on Thursday, if not at some point tomorrow, if they're available. I don't know. We'll see. Although, actually, I'm doing it from Streamlabs, so they won't be able to join anyway. So they'll be back on Thursday. And till then, of course, question everything. Respect the fans. Check out the Discord. The link is below. Check out the Patreon as well. Shout out to everybody who is supporting the Patreon. That is by far the best possible way that you can support me. means a lot. And I will catch you on the next one. Tatty, bye.
You're the one who never backs down, baby, testing every wire. Slipping past the checkpoint, setting all their alarms on fire. I'm laughing at the globalists, their clipboards and their fake control. Thinking they can manage me, watch their empire lose its soul. Push our luck, make the deep stay scream and break. I'm dripping for the chaos, lover, feel the whole world shake. They thought they could file me away, keep this fire contained. Poor managerial clowns, now watch us burn unchained. Governments crumbling, sparks ignite the night. International shadows fade from sight. When the towers crash to ashes, power under attack. We're fucking in the ruins we claim. Take it back. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, hey, hey, fucking in the ruins we claim. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh. You're daring every black op, flipping off the drone filled sky. I'm soaked just watching you defy. No fear, just you and I. All I wanted was to be a mother and a wife. They don't want men to rise, so we fight for that life. Push our luck till the surface crash and fry, till the